I'm searching for life again. I'm searching for a new beginning. I'm searching for real again. I'm searching for love that never ends. Rain falling off like pain, like the sun breaking through like rays. It feels like magic that's from space. It's like a thrill that fills my heart. I'm searching for life again. I'm searching for a new beginning to end. I'm searching for real again. I'm searching for a love that never ends. I'm searching for life again. I'm searching for a new beginning. Oh, I'm searching for real again. I'm searching for a love that never ends. I'm searching for light again. I'm searching for a new beginning. I'm searching for real again. I'm searching for love that never ends.
Africa TV Freak Up Studio Live 2022 GSL Season 1 Cold S.
For some more high flight, super strong, superhuman.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second to last day of the GSL CODES. Today, we've got the semifinals.
That's right, the round of four. The entire round of four will be played today. Normally, we split that up into 2 different days.
Yeah.
But with this new format, we're bringing it down to best of 5s.
It's going to be an action-packed evening.
Yes.
Again, I think the big story coming into this Final Four is going to be Creator and how is he going to perform.
You don't think it's the other 3 players that are always in the top 4?
No. This
you
time
think it's the new guy that's in the top 4?
This time I'm going out there on a limb. But I think no matter how you cut it, we're going to have a very interesting finals here. And, you know, as far as finals go, it's going to be a week from now. So
that's right, and that finals is going to be just fantastic. You can get tickets for that. I believe the tickets go on sale tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. We'll have some graphics for it as
Yeah.
well. But getting close to wrapping up the first season of the GSL for this year. It's been an amazing one. It's been very different with this new format.
Yeah, it really has, and I'm looking forward to a nice full year of trying this format out quite a bit. I think it went pretty well this time. A little bit sad to see all the Terrans eliminated before the round of 6.
Yeah, that's unusual for us as well. Normally we have at least 1 or 2 that are hanging on, or you know, balanced representation here for Terran players.
Maru's supposed to be round of 4.
He's supposed to be, but he didn't make it this time. There you can see at the bottom of our screen information on the tickets. The venue's big, but it's not so big that I would hold off on buying tickets. Let's put it like that.
You want to buy that right away.
Yeah.
There's also going to be all sorts of great giveaways if you do go to that. Things like photo books that people just love, uniforms, things like that. People are always asking how to buy a uniform here. You can't, but you can win it.
You can show up and get one if you're lucky. And everybody here at the studio is super excited to finally have a finals with a live audience. Even today, we've got an audience that's filled in here. Great to have you guys down here. But this finals is going to be a special one. We basically lived through 2 years of COVID with no audience. Maybe there was like 1 or 2 weeks we briefly had an audience, and then Delta hit, and we shut that down again. But it's good to have things coming back to normal.
Yeah, and I mean, this is turning out to be a really good year so far, I think. The format change, audiences coming back and all that. We have the rise of some players that we didn't think we would have, such as, you see here, Creator. Of course, we had Ragnarok in 5th place and DRG in 6th place this season. A lot of Zergs and Protosses left over here. And, of course, today we have a PvP and a ZVZ, which I'm really happy with because that means that we get a PvC finals.
Yeah. You know, Trap versus Creator. One would say this is a David versus Goliath match, but I'm not so sure now with, you know, Creator basically playing as well as he is. And then Dark versus Rogue. I mean, we've had this bout many times before. I'm not sure who is truly favored. Maybe Rogue a little bit, but again, it's a tough call.
Yeah, I would definitely tend towards Rogue for that, but I mean, Dark is of the level that he can take down anyone. Trap versus Creator, I really don't know what that's going to look like.
Right, this first match of the round of 4 will determine who moves on to the finals of this GSL season. So here we have Trap, the ever fearsome pros player, and Creator, a late bloomer in GSL. Hello. Right, Trap, let's have a conversation with you. After the round of 20, you displayed a furious interview talking about the balance patch, but now you're here in the round of 4. So what happened? Well, I never anticipated the round of 4 to be a PvP. You know, I used to say, I said I'm gonna make it easy to the round of 4 and the round of 8, but you know, as I progress, it's gonna be hard to defeat the balance. But since this is a PvP, I think I can have another shot at the finals. One step closer to the finals, are you saying, Trap? That's right. And you know, the 2 players have a completely different atmosphere. So Trap, you've been to the finals so many times, but this time, Creator, you're taking the GSL by the storm. And it's your first round of 4 after 11 years of playing. So Trap, how has it been like watching Creator from the side, seeing him play? Well, Creator, He's been playing so well in the scrims, in the practice.
현우가 조금 연습 때에 비해서 경기력이 좀 많이
And you know, in the past, Creator didn't really transition his play in practice to the offline stage.
벽을 한번 뚫었잖아요.
And I feel like
저도
Creator is
예전에
destroying
이랬던
his
시기가
walls
있었어요.
that limit his
맨날
performance.
그러다가 한 번 뚫고 나서 한 번도 이제 16강 이하로 내려간 적이 없는데 현우도 이번에 올라오는
So
과정들
Creator, you know, coming here to round of 4, I hope he can remember how he plays until this round of 4 and tries to show that performance in the future matches as well.
GSL 데뷔 전치른 이후 11년
Right,
만에
Creator, as I said before, it's your round of 4 after 11 years since your debut in GSL. So how are you going to play today?
아직도 실감이 안 나고요.
Everything feels surreal right now. Feels like dream come true. I think I was quite fortunate for making up to here. And today is not going to be easy, to be frank.
준비 시간이 이틀밖에 없었어요.
That's right, Creator. You only had 2 days of preparation.
성우형한테는 좀 미안하지만
So I'm a little sorry to Trap.
그렇게 될 줄 모르고 다
But-
연습을 도와달라 요청을 했어요. 근데
But I asked all the scrim partners to help me with the scrims and practice. So I took everybody for my practice. So Trap didn't have any player to practice with. So I'm kind of sorry to Trap about that.
없었을 것 같다. 조성호 선수 실제 그랬나요?
Trap, is that right?
네, 저한 선수 붙였고 했습니다.
Yes, that's right. I only had one player to practice against. I'm curious as to how the result is going to turn out to be. And we've noticed that after going through the statistics, you guys never played against each other in the best of series in offline.
GSL에는 신맵들도 조금 많잖아요. 다 레더맵으로 하는 게 아니라 그래서
In GSL, we have some new maps,
좀 있어서
unlike the ladder matches.
운이 중요하다 보니까
So I think luck is going to be a very instrumental aspect in today's match.
와, 일방적인 스코어. 장현우 선수
So I feel like it's going to be a big win for me today, says Trap.
사실
Then what about you, Creator?
저는 이긴다는 생각보다 그냥
You know,
좋은 경기
rather than winning, I just want to have an exciting match with Trap.
사실 만약에 이기게 된다면은
But even if I do win,
그냥 운이 되게 좋아서
I will probably I
네.
probably would have been very lucky.
if
I did win.
오늘 경기장에 오신 것 같은데요. 자, 아무리 친한 사이여도
I mean, you guys are unmistakably very close with each other. But before we get into the match, anything you want to say to each other?
현우가 힘든 시간들을 겪고
I mean, creators went through a lot of hardship, adversity.
오늘만 내가 이기고
I want to win today,
시즌에
and maybe creator, you can win next season.
조금 더 힘들어라 이런
Says Trap.
말씀인데요. 장현우 선수.
All right, creator.
일단 제가 이기면 당연히 좋겠지만
First of all, I'll be really happy if I win. But Trap is a formidable opponent.
배운다는
I just want to have the mindset that I'm going to learn something from him.
최선을
And I'll try to put up
좋은 경기
my A game today and try to have an exciting match with him.
결승에 도전하는
Right, Trap
조성호 선수와
attempting
데뷔
his
첫
fourth
결승에
GSL
도전하는
finals
장현우
and
선수에
Creator
대해 과연 첫
attempting his
폴로세이
place in the
경기장에서
first
주인공이
final
누구일지
seat.
두 선수의 4강전
Right, we're going to start the match now.
He's getting himself into good positions and screws it up. As unhappy as you can really get.
쉽지 않았다 펑펑이 평가 느끼긴 했으나 다시 한번 멋진 모습을 보여주면서 조정을 차지한 조정호 선수에게 뜨거운 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다.
예언자가 위쪽에서 계속 맞아주고 내가 좋아?
킹하고 있어요.
그 싸움에서 이겨요.
밀어내지.
현우의 포효가 느껴지겠는데요.
자, 지금도 최고 커리어 4강 진출.
돌아가고 있어요.
네, 자 뒤로 들어오는 병력 여기
유지돼야 되는데 공업풀이 된 것 됐어요.
그렇죠. 남아있는 상황에서 조성호 공동 1위로 4강 진출.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time to have the very first offline match with these two. Now, that's That's kind of crazy for how long this has been out. According to that interview with Gary, they have never faced off in a setting like this one. And that's crazy. Obviously, you can see their online match history here, very different. But this is going to be kind of crazy, their first offline best of 5.
Yeah, but I guess in a lot of ways it makes sense because Creator just never makes it deep into tournaments until now.
Yeah.
So that's where Trap lives. Trap plays more best of 5s and best of 3s at this point, I think, because he's so deep all the time. So, I mean, it definitely Trap coming up over the top with his experience here, but can Creator actually win this PvP series?
So I feel like in order to talk about this series, we really do have to spend most of our time on Creator. I mean, Trap needs little introduction. He's the best Protoss we've got out here in Korea on a pretty consistent basis. There are times when CEST pops up, stats as well in the past. But yeah, I mean, Trap is basically at the forefront of the race in this region and many times in the whole world. But Creator is playing out of his mind. Now, this is his first time in the Final Four in 11 years.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But hey, man, some people are late bloomers. It's one thing to start out.
Well, he's not right because he got second in the World Championship, so he's more like
we're talking
what
about
is that,
GSL,
that death flower or whatever that blooms once every 10 years
a lotus
or something.
No,
you know, there's like a certain flower that blooms like
Venus flytrap. Am I close? Am I getting warm?
I think you got it. Let's go with the Venus flytrap. It blooms once every 10 years, and it stinks like death.
Yeah.
So that's basically what Creator is, Tasteless. Thank you.
No problem. It's what I'm here for.
Oh, my God.
Creator is someone who has choked many times in the past, who has, according to a lot of his teammates back when he was on the Jin Air team, he's a very good player. He puts up tough practice games. And at times he's one of the better players in the team. But when he would come into GSL matches, and in this, in the past it was early GSL matches when we're just starting to kind of get the bones of the tournament set, he would lose. So we were very used to seeing him flounder, seeing him fall out when we'd get to the, before we'd even get past the round of 16, he'd usually be out. And occasionally he'd get there and he would fall out. This season, he's beating everybody. He's beat Maru, who, by the way, has not made it this far in GSL Codes. Now he's going up against Trap. He's done it before in this studio, but he cannot let those nerves get to him. So has he truly conquered his fear? Has he truly conquered this beast? We're going to find out now in this best of 5, starting on the map Golden Wall. This is Trap versus Creator, a fight to get to the GSL Finals.
2022 GSL Season 1.
So,
no.
What do we have here?
No player intros this time because
little proxy gatory, perhaps.
Now, that's happening, but there's also an SCV moving out on the map. I'm sorry, probe moving out on the map. What am I talking about? But if it was to make a pylon, it's already late, and it's not. Excuse me. For some reason, I did not see the pylon inside of Trap's main. So he's got something out here, but he's not scouting with this. So he's not going to know about this opening. I think that this is actually a pretty smart opening here by Creator. Both sides seem to have something cheesy planned. Creator's is going to activate much, much more quickly.
Yeah, and that actually should do very well for it. Now he's throwing down a pylon over here. So that is already Trap's third pylon that he's putting down. Okay, well, let's see what Trap has up his sleeves, but obviously we're going to see some Zealots popping out pretty quickly here from Creator, which is feeling pretty good. Okay, so 1 gate plus 1 proxy gate.
Yeah, this is...
And even this damage that's going on the pylon, very good.
Yeah. I don't know how these two builds interact with each other. Obviously, I think things get started a little bit more quickly here with Creators since the Zealots have already started.
I think the Zealots punch a hole in these pylons pretty quickly, Tasteless. The shields are already going to be gone. He hasn't even started a Zealot, so I think we're going to have a kind of tough game here for Trap. Just getting completely outclassed by the new best Protoss in the world.
Apparently, man.
Double proxy game.
Shields are already gone as Stalkers started. Now, again, these are Zealots that are not going to have any kind of speed along with them, so they're slow.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, he's going to try to wall in here. But, I mean, that's not going to last long at all. Like, a warping in pylon dies pretty darn quickly.
Yeah. He's going to have more probes out here. Can he? Oh, he does not manage to box it in. Answering my question pretty quickly.
Now, let's see how he goes about this. Okay, he throws down. That's really smart. That's a great move there to put that gateway down. But a couple more Zealots coming up. He's definitely wants to keep a Zealot on the inside alive as long as possible here.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna shoot down another pylon. Now, an Adept comes out. Like, you know what? Maybe Trap just
I think the Trap
this.
just kites this. I mean, workers are going to be killed, but there's a reason why we don't see Zealots as the default move in every game early on. The Stalker's going to come up, but again, every shot they can get off on these Zealots is going to count. And, okay, here comes the second Stalker. And a pylon here.
Oh, yeah.
Warp
shield battery time. Oh, he's put some real damage on that Stalker. He gets it. Zealot coming up now. Ooh, the Zealot actually connecting multiple times there with the Adept. Very well done. The probes trying to get us around.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Almost body blocks with the Adept with the probe. It was kind of a crazy moment. And another Stalker comes up. I thought for a second Trap might take this. I'm starting to think this is much more of a creator game here. Hold on, that one. Stalker.
Oh, my God. That one Stalker is so low. Okay, it does get killed off. And the shield battery is up, so that makes this pretty darn tough for him. He's going to be able to micro that back. It looks like the rush is pretty much over and held.
Yeah, we didn't get much of a glimpse over here as to what's happening, but it seems like this rush is basically done. The amount of time the shield batteries didn't get to try to... I'm not being articulate here. He didn't finish his batteries in time for the rush.
Yeah.
So, you know, things kind of got a real boost here for Trap.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to end actually with Creator's Rush backfiring. And I guess now we kind of get an idea of what happens when two players do these two specific builds against each other. It's a rare thing to ever happen in GSL.
Now, yeah, it obviously does not look super hot here. Creator just lost 7 probes, so that was like amazing what the Adepts ended up doing. But the worker count is not that far off.
But I think that there should be more counterattack potential here for Trap. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
No, I kind of feel the same. Like, the gateways, both gates are out on the map for Creators, so those can just get knocked out. But you know what? He has, like, a healthy amount of Stalkers. Maybe he can get something to happen here.
What a crazy game to start this off in.
For sure on that.
You can see the Stalkers forking out. It seems like Trap just wants to try to press anyways.
But hold on, we have 5 Stalkers against 2 Adept, 2 Stalker?
I mean, 5 Stalkers seems like a good number, although you can see Creator understandably is being cautious. 4 Stalkers are going to come up now. The 2 Adepts come in once more. He's just going to keep this number so low for probes.
Yeah, it goes up his ramp. This is still very holdable for Creator. Yeah, easily going to push that back. Just has the larger Stalker count right now.
What an insane game. Yeah, maybe Trap overextended a little bit. Thought he would be able to come in and put on even more damage. 23 workers to 20. You know, nobody's got an expansion even started here. In fact, it's going to be Trap putting down a Robo.
Oh, he still has a shield battery in that main base. This is where you go Prism real quick, Tasteless.
Yeah.
You fly the Prism over there and power your shield battery. They try to shoot the Prism down, but the shield battery heals it. What
it's the ultimate symbiosis.
The ultimate. All right, Nexus coming up, and a quicker Nexus than anything Trap is doing at home. Tasteless, what are you going to do if Creator just brings us into a macro game and wins?
I mean, that would be crazy. And, uh-oh.
Oh, is it time to switch PCs?
Yeah, I was going to say. Would not be a best of 5 without Trap saying something's wrong with his PC. So we're going to see what the issue is. We've got our refs already over there and our tech people as well. So whatever it is, we won't obviously have to restart the game or anything. So it's just going to be a small delay. But let's expand a little bit on what's happened so far here. I mean, we've got Warp Prism into Nexus.
Yeah.
So I mean, Creator clearly just investing in the future, if there is one for him, because Trap's not doing that. I mean, you got to think if this Warp Prism attack doesn't work, it would probably go back to some of the basic rules of PvP in StarCraft 2, which is like if one guy really won bases and it fails badly and the other guy just has another base up, the player with the other base is going to be in very good shape.
Yeah, I wonder if the Prism's going to be able to do it. Like, is he going to do just... Oh, we are changing Trap's PC. He does feel lag. Like, honestly, I'd like someone to go through and count how often he does it compared to everyone else. It's becoming a meme very quickly.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah, so, I mean, this position certainly is a strange one, right? Like, the double proxy gate, and then he loses so many probes to Adepts. But is Trap going to go for, like, a full, like, pure stalker microfest, or is he going to do something like mix in a couple of Adepts, right? Try to get probe damage in there and maybe have another route that he can go down, or is it just about breaking Creator? Because if it's just about breaking him, and he adds a couple shield batteries at the natural, is that Prism going to be enough?
Well, let's also keep in mind there's more than one area that you can attack into if you are going to try to break them, because it is Golden Wall. So he could try to come down through the bottom, come into the main.
Yeah, it's
that
possible.
That may be the idea. We don't know if there's going to be an Immortal made with this. Obviously, the momentum of the rush is not as strong if that becomes the case, but there's a lot of ways this could be handled still. So we have, whenever you see a Warp Prism on one base being made, you have a pretty good idea that this is going to be something aggressive. You have no intention to expand right away.
For sure, for sure. Well, I mean, they'll get that fixed ASAP, and hopefully we'll get back into this game.
We were literally joking about this before the show started, that like Trap will probably at least pause once and have his PC replaced.
He really does it so often. It's
so funny.
I wonder, at this point, I do kind of wonder, like, people use various, like, loopholes in rules to gain time, right? Like, this is like a common thing in all sports, right? Where you, like, go to the bathroom to throw someone off or something, right?
Like in chess or something.
In anything, like, you can have pauses in certain types of sports, right, to do something like that. Like, is this something like that where he can kind of gather himself and think? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's more, if you start to feel uncomfortable with anything and you feel like it might be the PC, some people are more inclined to feel this than others. You know what I mean? Some people are very obsessive about their setups, which I don't think is bad. But, I don't know if we can prove that all the people that are hyper obsessed with having the exact setup.
No, we certainly can't prove it. You're certainly right about
But you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So maybe he feels like his PC's lagging a little bit. Whether it is or not, we don't know. And we don't take time to find that out because we have to swap it out immediately because it is a live show.
Oh, totally. Look, I'm just an ape that is slightly above average at recognizing patterns. So that's something that I've noticed.
We're all just apes when you think about it. It's kind of crazy.
Yelling about a video game, man.
We're a bunch of apes that came together and decided this was important. And so
we decided that this was important.
We did.
Which can show you that certainly we haven't progressed very far.
I mean, we're a special type of ape that we've all come together. We're all playing. They're the gamer apes back there. They're the good ones. We've got the people that organize it. We're the caster apes. We talk to the apes that are on the internet watching at home. They're in the chat talking right now.
Yeah, they have really long vines that let us watch let them watch us from all around the world.
Yeah.
It's really kind of wild when you think about it.
We're going to do this. We're going to run this test, then we're all going to die.
Yeah, that's right. And
that's what our species does. That's what this part of our species is doing.
Eventually, the whole world will be full of apes that don't remember us, right?
Yeah.
Well,
that depends on whether or not the solar flare destroys all of our technology.
That's true.
And, the records are destroyed.
True. That's true.
But for now, this is what matters to us. This is what we're doing. So here we are.
Yeah.
And there's one ape that's down there a little bit stressed out and sweaty right now, replacing that PC.
For sure.
He knew coming into work today that, it might be one of his more stressful days.
Yeah, so I wonder if
normally he'd be on his phone made by other apes looking at videos on the internet.
Yet more different apes.
Yeah, different apes, yeah. But not today. Now he knows he's being tested. Because this is how he makes his
this is
money
how he
to
makes
get
his
bananas.
actual pay. Yeah.
This is how he pays for his bananas.
Absolutely.
And he doesn't want it to be all about that, but ultimately that's what we got to do, right? We got to go do stuff we don't want to do. We got to get by in this world.
We do.
So, yeah.
All of us have to make sacrifices for this
Yes.
thing that we all have agreed is important.
We've all agreed this is important, so it is, because that's how apes are.
It's a really funny way to like kind of word things and put things into perspective.
Yeah, yeah. We're a funny species. We really are.
Yeah, yeah. And before I lived in Korea, which is one of the countries that we apes live in, right?
Yes.
One that has so many lights that I can't see the stars, but like if I could, I'd look up and be like, does this matter though?
But you can't see the stars.
Can't see them. So actually, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
And you know, yeah, this is funny. All this. I'm very amused by this. Yeah, man. Hopefully that's sorted and fixed. I think we're getting back into the lobby now. I see it on screen.
By the way, I just moved my head so you guys can see Sue is casting on the Korean stream today.
Oh yeah, right over there.
Look at that. Oh, now you see him? Now you don't.
Yes, one of our other casters, Chisato, is ill, so.
And you know what? When
I
sat down to get my makeup today, Sue and Innovation walked in together and sat down next to each other, and I was like, the nerds would love to see this. So I put my phone away and didn't take a picture of it.
That's so funny. That'd be weird if you did. You like just put it on Twitter. Look, they're here. All right, we are recovering the game now. So, if you're just now tuning in, it was a very crazy rush. They both did different types of gate rushes at the very start, but Creators was one with just 2 gates right outside the main. Zealots coming in immediately, barely held by Creator. Creator counterattacks, and it backfire. I don't know if backfire is a fair word. Doesn't work like it should have. He's fended off, and now Creator's expanding, and Trap is going for a Warp Prism, which appears to be to elevator up units into the main or to juggle the Stalkers on the ground for a fight, one of the two.
And we're going to see in a moment here. It is recovering and almost ready. We're almost through the Terran Marine portrait. There it is. Now we're over to Artanis over here.
Yep. Almost to Artanis' chin.
Do you like the characters, or did you like when it was just regular units for the loading screen type thing? You know.
Oh, I mean, I don't really care. I've never been a big fan of the lore, to be honest. I know that you're in the same boat.
What?
No, I mean, if you know we were kidnapped and they made us answer trivia about the story, they'd have to kill us. We'd lose the game.
For sure.
All right, we're back in the game. Thank God. And there's the Warp Prism. See, I wouldn't lie to you guys.
Do you think the game would be better if, you know how you can steal add-ons as Terran?
Yeah.
What if there's an unpowered gate and you could make a pile next to it, now it's your gates?
Oh, actually, that would be kind of fun.
How funny would those rushes be? Like, you bring a prism and you just suicide on their pylons and then put your prism up? And then you use all their gates?
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. To be honest, I'd be down to see it happen for a week and see if it makes the game, you know,
much worse.
Or more interesting.
Worse or much worse?
People always say that stuff would be bad, but then it's like, no, this could actually be kind of cool.
No, totally. Okay, the prism?
Oh, gosh, it's easy to forget, but yeah, he's actually walled out of his main.
Oh, gosh. How many rounds is he going to lose at that wall? Okay, he is actually just ferrying over the Adepts. And there's a couple Stalkers in the main. So there's potential for him to shut this down relatively quickly, but if you get a few good volleys, then suddenly Trap's going to go up in workers. Look, he's bringing it right to the Hellion drop point. Remember how many times we've seen Hellions dropped right there?
All right, he comes in immediately.
Oh! You didn't sync up that shot, did you?
Yeah, if they're not synced up perfectly, it's hard to make that work. He's got to be careful. The Warp Prism's going to come out here. Only shields diminished, no hull damage there.
Yeah, so I mean it was nice. Didn't do that much, but you know, he brings that probe count a little bit closer, both sides producing for their naturals. Immortal on the way here for Trap. Robo finishing up for Creator.
So with a much later Robo, obviously you're never going to have the same number of Warp Prisms or Immortals as your opponent until you can take a fight.
And it's an observer coming out for Creator, but I'm a little bit nervous for him just because in weird games like this where no one has Blink and no one has Stargate, Immortal Drop becomes the strongest thing you can do.
I agree, and I think you already are able to scout with the Phoenixes that are hallucinated coming out. So, you know, I mean, you're invested in something that doesn't have a lot of utility. And speaking of that Immortal Drop, I think we're due for that now.
Yeah, it's just, like, obviously Phoenix or Void Ray shuts this down hardcore, and so does Blink. But after that, like, Immortal Drops can get almost endless value in PvP. So, definitely liking this position right now for Trap. We'll see how well Creator does defending. He starts that third Nexus super quickly. He's up a good amount of probes right now. Now some Stalkers coming over as he tries to nail that gateway.
Yeah, good call moving away, but here comes that Immortal now. And this is going to be very punishing. We see the other Immortal for Creator coming up and trying to help out.
And, oh, that's actually kind of a nice move. I actually like that force field.
Yeah.
Made it just a little bit longer for the pickup. Now he's going to have to cancel this third base. Oh, in the meantime, Creator does get a couple of depths into the natural here, so we'll get a bit of damage there. But you can see just this endless value. Look at this. Trap, though, has lost so many probes.
But he might have a much bigger army, and that might be all that matters right now. He's going to come in here and immediately target down the sentries. He takes them out. Guardian shields up. War Prism drops the Immortals over onto the side. And, you know, I think ultimately this just comes down to Trap having more and executing a perfect, like with surgical precision, attack over here onto the natural.
Yeah, you might be right about that. And now these force fields just so rough. Now he's going to go ahead and recall his units to his natural Nexus. He does have double mortal, but no batteries, nothing to pick him up in. And it does seem like this is just too much damage, right? Or is it Tasteless? Hold on.
Well,
because the Adepts did get so much damage for Creator, the worker count is not that far off right now. I mean, Trap definitely looks better here. Oh, what are we doing?
Yeah, I think Creator might overextend there a little bit. Ooh. Okay, Blink on top of the Immortal is going to take that out. GG Trap takes game one, and honestly, an extremely back and forth game.
Yeah.
And if that's the appetizer for this evening, we are off to a good main entree, Artosis.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Crazy first game. Yeah, I think the Immortal drop is really what kind of did it there.
I agree.
That was certainly a smart follow-up for Trap. I didn't think of that when he first made the Prism. Like, I guess the first level of Prism is it the 2 Adept drop or is it a full frontal attack with Stalkers, you know, juggling them?
Yeah.
But instead it was just the Adept drop, just because why wouldn't you do that, into the Immortal drop, which of course in these weird situations is hilariously strong. So he's able to out-do Creator there.
Definitely a one-of-a-kind game.
Yeah.
Both of them getting the rug pulled out from each other, from under each other, getting surprised by what, you know, the opening was on the other side. I doubt we can recreate that one. So Glittering Ashes is going to be a fresh start here for both Trap and Creator as we go into game 2.
Yeah. I think that first game doesn't really spell out how the series is going to go at all. Like, I mean, Trap might end up winning 3-0, who knows? But Creator did not look bad there. Not one bit.
No, he looked very good. Even recovered very well, like with that counterattack, sending the Adepts in to get the probes. But, you know, it all comes down to instinct and intuition in a game like that. You can't plan that one out. Anyways, game 2 is loaded up, guys. Trap vs. Creator continues on.
2022 GSL Season 1. Guangdong Brave, Trap. Team MB, Creator.
So we've got a probe out on the map again, actually for both players, but This is a very different game from game one. Gateways are going to start out in the main, and they're going to pass each other here in the middle.
Yeah, and see each other pass, same time scout and everything. It's pretty mirrored at the moment. Nothing too crazy.
Again, we've got a live audience here. So exciting to see.
Yeah, actually a pretty decent amount of people here today.
And we don't know what the techs are going to be yet because the cores have just started, but we don't have any shenanigans just yet.
Well, Trap looks like he's planning something.
Yeah, you beat me to it. I was going to say there's a probe down here in the very bottom right, and we want to see if a pylon's built here and then what tech is made, if anything.
Well, has that pylon up. Probe just kind of staying annoying here. Trap keeping his probe on the probe. I think he actually really wants the probe to leave. Because there's going to be, like, missing tech, right? Like, not.
Yeah, well, you can. Something's going to be suspicious if you don't see development happen one way or another. Now, Creator is making a pylon on the low ground. That could telegraph intentions to expand. Does not. Pylon block there. Lets the probe in instead. Definitely had the money for it, too.
Yeah. Doesn't care that much about him getting in. Stalker's going to be able to pop this probe.
Stalker's going to stalk.
That's what they do.
That's what they do, man. It's in their nature.
See if he gets a restraining order in the form of an immortal.
2 more adepts are coming here. It's Trap to be the first to expand. Although we could see this match pretty quickly here by Creator. Creator's actually sending his stalkers across the map, I think, to poke in and try to get an idea of what exactly Trap is up to.
Trap, of course, with that proxy pylon, not really doing anything. He is going up to 6 adepts, though. Now, you can kind of chase down stalkers with adepts. Yeah, okay. So he does do the recall. He knows that 4 adepts are going to kill 2 stalkers. Of course, 2 more on the way as well.
So the Nexus starts, but just later for Creator, while the Robo's already begun here for Trap. I know that adepts, you know, they're not always the thing you want to try to build up to in a game, but I kind of like Trap's position a little bit better. I feel like he's developing faster and has a little bit more control of this game.
Yeah, he has a bit of potential with those adepts for maybe getting some damage. Full wall here, though. And is warping stalkers across the map. You know what? I think Creator is going to be able to cancel the Nexus very likely. Like 8 adepts? Okay, that's cool. But have you heard of 6 stalkers?
Yeah, they're both going by each other now.
Oh my god, look at this. Okay, sentries are here, so he actually splits this up.
Oh, this is...
the adepts with the recall. Some heavy micro on both sides.
He's going to try to come in here and get a body block. Actually kind of backfires on that one. But he's still catching these stalkers pretty well. Now, I don't even think those stalkers are walled in up there at the natural. I think they're just default attacking.
You might be right, yeah. I believe you're correct about that. Yeah,
well,
it looks like they did get caught. He's going after this pylon. Oh my god! Ah! He powers everything, tasteless.
I didn't even realize that pylon was the only thing powering all of that. I was looking around.
Who would do such a thing? It's like such a noob play.
I mean, where are we at now?
We're at Creator has like 5 more workers continuing to keep pressure on. He's got to be careful, though. Once that pylon gets back up, there's going to be an Immortal.
Yeah, and the Immortal is going to be a great counter here.
Dude, you know what's cool, though? Like, the Oracle that's being made, this has been kind of a hectic game. You won't necessarily think, like, oh, an Oracle might be coming right now, you know? It's really not. Like, you're probably looking at this saying, okay, probably Blink, right?
I would be thinking that personally.
The amount of stalkers that have popped out,
yeah,
it's almost never going to be an Oracle like this late.
But the Oracle surprise tech could just completely and totally throw Trap off.
I think it really, really could. I think he, like, did he make a battery in his main?
I don't think so. I think the whole thing was intended to just hold at the entrance, right? And I think because of that good hold, there's a real opportunity here for Creator to even kill more probes. And right now, worker count 24 to 36 with Creator in that lead.
Dude, think if Creator goes Void right now after his double Oracle, he's in such good shape.
Oh, that's
he does
smart.
have he does have a shield battery.
Oh,
okay,
never mind.
I mean, it's pretty normal. Okay. I mean, not the greatest. Not the end of the world that he didn't get damage there. He is up 10 workers. And there's the Void Ray. Oh my god, he's actually going with a Warp Prism across the map with those Immortals. So that's not going to work against the Void Ray at all. I'm surprised he'd do that. Because it seems like if you went Stalker into Oracle and you did all harassment with it against someone that's making Immortals, it's pretty obvious that a Void Ray is the next thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm surprised he's gone across the map with that Prism, because that is like Danger Town. You do not want to lose that.
He's got 2 Oracles, so he can actually begin to one-shot workers.
Woo. Okay, he actually did come home with the Prism, by the way. Okay, kills
Not
a
bad,
few.
man.
Dude, look at the worker count. Like, legit, Creator is so good. He's so good now.
No, he's playing a much better game.
It's awesome to see.
And I think, you know, a lot of this comes down to the fact that Creator was not suffering from what might have been a bit of a build order loss. When you see those 2 builds interact, it's like, well, you're not hoping for this situation, you know? But yeah, this game a little bit more straightforward, right? He's been able to react and respond.
I want to see where Creator wants to go from here. I feel like if you just go Twilight, get into Charge, you're going to be pretty happy with that situation. Because he's getting his 3rd base already. He's got way up in probes. So he's going to be able to fund a lot of charge lots if he goes for that. And that, like, against this type of army, I think that's going to be best case scenario. Oracle's doing a good job of kind of keeping track what's going on here.
But with Creator keeping a little bit of this pressure on here and poking and probably tagging, yeah, just like that, I think that he's going to be in a good spot with the 3rd base. I think this is like minimum investment to keep the Protoss back at home for Trap busy while he's just going to focus on development. Because if things can stay this way for Creator, the end game shouldn't be that complicated.
No,
right?
Certainly right about that.
It actually is a good idea if you can to try to simplify the game if you're really in a good position. Where it's like, no, let's just stay a few steps ahead and then look for an opportunity where either he has to fight me to try to catch up, or we see that he's going to be weak and going for the kill. Now, Trap is going for DTs. Do we have any openings on Creator's side of the map where DTs could get in and really do some damage? I don't see detection.
I mean, I don't see any cannons. I mean, you should by now probably have an Oracle out. I mean, well, he does have an Oracle out.
Yeah,
I meant Observer out.
Oh, yeah.
But the Oracles are sitting here, so might be all right with that. Has that DT warping in with a Warp Prism over on the side. It's possible he tries to like bring it up to the main or something like that. You definitely want to hit with DTs in 2 different locations if possible.
Yeah, you want to try to get their screens where they can't cover both issues at once. Cannons are making.
Yeah, that's really good.
So, I mean, the cannons are just going to make it not work, depending on where the DTs go. But we know there's at least one coming into the natural.
Now, I got to say, I really like what Trap is doing here, where it looks like he's going to go double Robo Disruptor. It's a great way to try to come back when you know that you're pretty well behind. He's actually down like half army supply right now. All right, goes ahead and tags those. Another DT coming into the 3rd base. Good moves. Void Ray going to send that out.
Yeah, good catch with the Void Ray. He's going to have to recall that back home.
Oh, recall what back home? Well, this DT maybe now with 8 kills. My God.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Suddenly Creator down 10 workers.
Isn't that crazy? But, you know, it took a long time for him to even get those workers. In that amount of time, overall, it's 110 supply to 150.
Oh, my God.
So, I mean, even though he killed those workers, Creator already mined enough with the 8 workers that were killed that he's in pretty good shape.
Creator is about to send Trap to the retirement home, man. This is really sad, actually. Like he has twice the army supply right now. It's kind of crazy. Even great disruptor shots should not hold this.
Yeah, he's gonna blink back now. Excuse me. And I mean, this is just gonna be so hard for Trap to hold this. Nice snipe onto the disruptor.
Yeah,
just
so well
in
done.
at the last second on the edge, gets the kill on that. Immortal stuck on the outside, another blink in here.
Dude,
this is
crazy.
an overwhelming amount of damage, and this is the new creator of this season. GG. It's tied up 1-1 in a game that, you know, it is PvP, of course, but in the realm of like what is more ordinary as a game, Creator dominates. Creator crushes through, and even Trap can't keep up.
You know, his name is starting to fit him a little bit.
Yeah.
At first, I thought of him as some kid that makes bad Lego structures. But he's turning into a god, Tasteless.
Yes.
Double the army supply of Trap, just attacks and snipes everything perfectly.
Look at him. He's
Dude,
very
he's super focused.
full of energy, though.
He's chewing gum, probably.
No doubt.
It looked like he was chewing gum. If not, he's going to have a bloody tongue after this, Tasteless. But worth it to go to the finals.
Okay, so, you know, game one, very different. Kind of two players cheesing each other. Things go insane. Game two, a bit of the poker game that is PvP early game. We're going to go to Roughneck for game three. And honestly, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, this is a very turtleable map. We talked a lot about this map in some of the other matchups, especially PvC. We've seen a lot of games here. But PvP, like, what are we going to see? I mean, I could definitely see this becoming a big macro game.
Sure, it's possible.
Hard to finish people here.
Sometimes it's hard to get those in GSL, but yeah, I would welcome that for sure. Guys, Roughneck, map number 3, Trap vs. Creator. They're tied up 1-1. Let's see who takes the lead.
Guangdong Freaks, Trap. Team MB, Creator.
I just want to put Creator in like a spacesuit like they used to have back in early 2000s.
Oh, in the very, very early
just a
StarCraft
shiny
1
spacesuit. I just,
yeah,
because he's playing so cool now. I just want him to do like weird eccentric stuff and like just like, because I mean he's going up against all these guys that have been dominating now for years, and he just like, tell me he didn't just look better so far this series. Like,
I
he
think
lost
so.
game one, but
but game one is a very specific moment where they're both surprising each other with their builds, and nobody's getting to do what they intended to do. But in game two, he did look like he could just easily sidestep whatever Trap wanted to do, and frankly, he did. So going into game three, I'm very excited.
All right, we have Trap with the very fast Nexus here. So Creator, you would imagine, is going to cheese. Okay, he throws down a pylon there.
Yeah, it's not close.
That's a robo pylon, I think.
It's probably too far away to be a Stargate, but, you know, I don't want to call it just yet.
Yeah, it can't be a Stargate. Like, that, it would be too slow. It would be too slow. Like, it could be a Twilight, but then it would be more on the side, you know, because you don't rally anything out of a Twilight, really.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a robo. Let's see it. Oh, it is a Stargate.
Stargate, okay.
Well, it's not a Void Ray Stargate, and it's playing against like a very quick Nexus, so I'm actually a little bit nervous
or
here.
something weird like that?
Oh, I mean, I remember that there was a very kind of strange Phoenix Stalker push you could do, like way long time ago, but it never really caught on. I'm trying to remember what happened with that build, but yeah, it's not coming to me. I think it's an Oracle.
Okay. Oracle, and then maybe something after that, or just Oracle? Just
I think
Stargate far away Oracle.
What he's playing against, it does. I think you need to go to Oracle, but you also need to make your Nexus. Like one Oracle, I don't think will do anything because Trap is going to have well-timed shield batteries here, for sure.
I'm liking Trap's opening a little bit more here.
For sure.
Oh, and the pylon over here at the natural.
That's no good. Oh.
Oh, he's
finished. He canceled the shield battery, by the way, when he saw this coming in, because it's like, oh, okay, if we're not stopping a full frontal push, then I guess, you know, you can cancel.
So that pylon finishes at the natural. Creator decides to move the Nexus that would be where the pylon is over to the third base.
Yeah, not a bad choice.
Not a bad choice, but also not a terribly defendable position. It does seem like tempo is going to go to Trap.
Oh,
you're so crazy if you go for that probe.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so not that many kills, but he gets 2. The thing is, if you just get a few kills here and there, you kind of keep up. You know, as far as workers go. His Nexus is not that far off, and he's only down, like, no probes right now, half a probe, something like that. So he'll probably be down, like, maximum 2 probes. You're right, his Nexus is in kind of a weird position, but he's playing against mostly Stalkers right now. Not sure exactly how much more his Oracles will get done. You have a Phoenix on the way.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's that much wiggle room here for Creator, but let's see. He's got a lot of his stuff gathered out here.
His Nexus just finished.
He's going to come up now. What exactly is back here to defend?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking at here. It's kind of weird.
I just don't see this doing any damage here from Creator, who is now, by the way, going to go for Twilight Council. Maybe try to bait out a pylon here at the entrance. If he can get the pylon and get away, it's fine.
These are cute moves that we're seeing. Like the way he's microing, you can tell he's really looking for anything, and he's not getting it, but he hasn't overcommitted yet.
Yeah.
It feels like he's really close to overcommitting, though.
Well, it looks like he can actually snipe this Adept over here and basically just chase us out. In the main is a, oh yeah, you can't stagger that. I was gonna say there is a battery, but you know, obviously 2 Oracles can overpower that and kill workers without the battery being able to save the day.
Creator's down no probes right now. So after all that, pretty close to even. Army Supply pretty close to even. They're both getting blink at about the same time. Yet we have 2 Oracles here for Creator, and Oracles just kind of like retain usefulness for a long time in the matchup.
You build a lot of value with them through the game.
So, and look, the Stalkers are at the same count as well. Andy has a Phoenix. Like, he doesn't have the Observer, but who cares? Oracles are better. And, okay, so 2 Sentries for Trap as well. Honestly, in my opinion, this is pretty even right now. Don't follow me, oh no.
Oh no. No.
And that blocks the Nexus, by the way. They just barely stand where the Nexus is. I love it.
Yeah.
Look at those Oracles come in. Just look at what they did.
They wanted to see the crimes they commit.
Yeah. They always revisit the scene.
They're like those arsonists that come back to the scene to watch it burn down.
This is how you catch them. See, they almost died there. But this is what they live for. These small little boosts of adrenaline. Dude, I mean, if he just keeps up with the Oracles, like, look, see? Value. Creator really is impressive, man.
Yeah, he's playing a very graceful game here. Considering he didn't get any kind of easy leverage on his opponent, he sort of made it happen anyways.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's very impressive. And Trap is like one of the best defending Protosses we've ever had.
But it's funny to see Trap on his back foot in this game.
I think Trap is still all right this game.
I think he's going to be fine, but I'm just saying, like...
Oh, I think Creator's going to eat him alive, Tasteless. I don't think he's going to be fine. I think he's fine right now. Just like you and me, we're fine right now, but one day we'll die.
+1 almost done, by the way, for Trap. And... I mean, man...
Oh, this is a nice move.
Yeah, great move here. Especially if synced up like that, going to continue to kill off workers. And immediately sends...
Good Oracles.
Yeah, you can get so much value out of Oracles if you keep them alive and you stay active with them.
Yeah. So third bases are up on both sides here. Charge is coming. Extra gateways. All right, breaks through those rocks. Opens up the map a little bit on his side. By the way, like, Creator is down in workers by 9, but up in army by 20.
Yeah. And he's got a lot more gates finishing, so that number is going to go up even more. They're both moving down on the map. I was going to say, if they're both attacking the rocks, somebody's got to be wrong, but...
No, Trap doesn't want those rocks attacked.
So he's going to come out now. Again, is there a War Prism with this? I think there was.
He has a War Prism that just popped, so will be there. Oh, comes in for some more harass during all this. Very nicely done. Look at that. Damn. 7 kills.
Now it's pretty even.
Okay, Trap has a Prism here now, too.
Archon's in the front, by the way.
Yeah, he actually brings his ults to the side and targets down as best he can. The Archons do get juggled back. Ooh. A blink forward here and picks off that Prism. Oh my God, Creator! Is he going to be able to get through this whole army?
Does this work? I think it does.
I think it does. Look at Creator's supply, 60 to 20. Whoa.
And it was kind of a crazy moment. He blinked all the way on top and then targeted down the War Prism, which made the juggling of the Archons impossible. And I think the Trap's lost his position. Actually, more than that, I think he's lost this game.
Yeah.
The Nexus is going to fall as Creator is playing one of the most masterful mid-games of PvP we've had in GSL history. It's 2-1. Creator's back in the lead. Game 2 and 3, more in the realm of your PvP, knowledge, experience play. Game 1, we can't factor that into Trap's favor here because it was a very circumstantial game.
So game 1 doesn't count.
Doesn't count. In fact, Creator's 2-0 now.
He's
2-0.
He's 2-0. Okay, so Creator, you can see he's getting pretty damn hyped.
Now, guys, this is a player who has dreamed for a decade plus.
Yeah.
Of winning a GSL, getting in the finals, of having the hype made for him. We film him. The fans all come down. Everybody cheers for him. It's been the same players for a long time in GSL, and we might be in a massive power shift here.
With
we
Protoss,
with StarCraft 2, with everything. But before we go any further, quick break, guys. Game 4 coming up next. Stick around.
Fireball summer, honeymoon lovers, seeing no colors. Love me all summer. 'Cause I didn't see the blink, I have in my dream. Fireball summer, honeymoon lovers, seeing no colors. Love me all summer, making discovers under your covers. Under your covers.
what's your number? Open up the shutters to life in Technicolor. Ex-girlfriends and I change, cause I cut out all the lanes. Only one girl in my lane, only one can on the pain. 5-7 on the 886, we made our own love. King of my corporation, we made our own love.
Today's matchup. Trap. Creator. Most competitive 1 versus 1 game.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for waiting. We're going to go into Game 4 now. Creator in a 2-1 lead, and it seems like the prophecy is true, Artosis.
Tasteless, legitimately, he just looks better than ever the Protoss in the world right now. Legitimately. Like, we were kind of saying it before and kind of making the hype, and, like, watching this, he just, like, optimizes better and switches around when he wants units and when he wants, you know, economy. And now I understand why no Protoss has won GSL in 5 years. Because Creator wasn't ready. And now he's ready. And the finals will actually just tell us whether the game is balanced. Because if it is, Creator's going to win a GSL. Okay? He just is ridiculous right now.
I feel like we're going to discover later on there was stuff about Creator winning a GSL on the Mayan calendars. I can't believe how well he's playing. But, I mean, Trap can come back. Hardwire is map number 4. Creator seems to be in control. He seems to be really focused on what he needs to focus on. If he wins this game or the next, man, we have a Creator final.
I know. It's
That's
wild.
Insane. And even with Creator playing as well as he can, I can't imagine him beating Darker Rogue, but who knows, man?
I've already seen it, Tasteless.
All right, guys, Game 4. Creator with a 2-1 lead versus Trap.
2022 GSL Season 1. Guangdong Freaks, Trap. Team MB, Creator.
Tasteless, you love superhero movies, right?
What? No, I never watched them.
Okay, so anyways, Tasteless is a big superhero movie fan.
Okay.
And you know that superhero, it's the guy that plays Sherlock, but he wears a cape and he's magic.
Yeah,
so Magic Cape Sherlock. I'm like him, all right? I've actually seen 144 different possible futures, and the only one that Creator doesn't win involves a lot of Niduses from Rogue, okay? So, like, I already know what's going to happen, basically.
Okay. I like how you described that, because that is when you said that, I knew exactly what you're talking about, even though I don't watch any superhero movies.
Yeah, dude, Sherlock with a cape and magic,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Cape Sherlock is pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, he's best.
So, it is once again double gate into core. We'll see if it's going to be double stalker, double adept, or what.
Well, what I'm interested in here is Creator going to get ahead or behind with the opening, and then how is he going to go ahead and win the game?
How's he going to close it out?
Yeah, how's he going to kill Trap after he's ahead or behind?
It's wild to see Trap kind of pushed away, even when he's trying to be active, pushed back on his side of the map, but then it's Creator going into a pretty vicious control game and poking in and then backing off when he needs to and sniping probes when it's appropriate. Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw Trap do something more assertive in the early game. That I should point out, that's different than just proxy gates. I mean, we could see just one base pushes, stuff like that.
See that wall, by the way, with the core at the front and the gates going back?
Yeah.
That's a fascinating, like, wall right there. It's just, I've never seen that exact wall. And the only thing that comes to mind for wall placement is occasionally you'll get a game where it's like your opponent's pushing up the ramp with like Prism. So I guess your gates would live longer or something? I don't know. It's interesting because it's different from what everyone else does. Just like everything else Creator does.
They're both going for Stargate.
Hmm.
And I mean, the builds are in some ways extremely mirrored here.
Yeah,
Nexus is on both sides. It seems like it's going to be more adept heavy for Creator, whereas Trap is liking Stalkers, feels more safety. He's going to let these finish. Can he actually get the pylon? I'm sorry, battery.
Yeah, looks like he will be able to kill that off.
If he gets in,
he's
just going to one-shot Probe. This is actually how you can just lose a game.
Yeah, they're both going Oracle, by the way. Oh, no, now he's switching to Phoenix, so going to play defense here. Creator with a little bit of an upper hand, I would say. Yeah, should be able to get the Sentry.
But this is actually, even if you're not killing that many probes, but you force them to run, that really hurts early on.
Sure.
I mean, we've casted many games before where 2 Adepts just get in your main when you're trying to put on pressure, and you lose from there.
Well, he's up 4 workers.
Yeah,
1 you're not going to get too much with.
No, but I'm
it's
just
the
saying.
2 that's so strong.
He's really in control here.
He flies in an Oracle. There's not even any probes. Where'd they all go?
Oh, and he's going to just suicide this on there. He gets 3 more.
He's up 8 workers. I mean, that seems good.
Yeah. Make it another Oracle. Looks like he wants to hide this one or bank it with the energy and its presence itself in the game, bringing it out later. Trap has the 2 Phoenixes. And this is going to be unfortunate for Creator because he's going to come right in here. He can recall, but I mean...
Yeah, that's true. You
the
could recall
is
that
a
out if you have
resource
the
of its
recall.
own.
Does he have the recall? Just turns around, flies away. Oh, he'll save it at least.
Yeah, it's not like that Void Ray. Remember that?
Yeah.
Obliterating the Warp Prism.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Stalker Blink has started up here for Creator.
Creator is up right now in workers tasteless by 12.
Wow.
Same army supply, up 12 workers. There's all these Phoenixes out, but I mean, Blink is on the way, so it's really not that scary. Trap going into Robo. Definitely think he needs to get some Immortals out and play a slow game here. Okay, gonna get some of his own harassment done. Let's see if that Oracle's making a beeline across the map right now. I would really like to see that. This is 5 workers. So Trap almost caught up in probes now, just down 3. Oh, he kept that Oracle at home. Maybe saving it for detection. There used to be some Stargate DT builds way back. Don't really see that
we haven't
anymore.
had him in the modern era here as much. Creator's Robo has started as well. No third base, no sign of a third base even for Trap just yet. I don't know if there's going to be opportunities for some kind of a timing push here. I mean, they have a lot of the same tech. Granted, there will be 1 more Immortal for Trap or 1 earlier Warp Prism.
Well, with the 3rd Nexus coming up, yeah, like he might make an Immortal, but like with this type of economic edge that Creator's creating for himself, maybe we just see him going to charge and mass up. How many Stalkers exactly does Trap have? Do you have any idea?
I'm not sure, actually.
Because Creator's like pretty heavy, but I'm not sure on Trap. Because I think that's how you want to decide if you want the Immortal.
But he's done a good job thinning out the worker count here with these Oracles like we're seeing here.
Ooh, 5 kills. All right.
And now we're basically even.
But the 3rd Nexus is up for Creator, so he's just popping out 3 probes at a time.
That's true. This Nexus for Creator is about halfway done.
Yeah, not that many Stalkers for Trap. Creator is making the Immortal, though. Charge on the way now.
Again, guys, Creator wins this series. He goes to the finals. It's been over a decade. 5 gates coming now for Trap.
Okay, this is what I definitely do want to see. He needs to start focusing on getting a bigger army out there, because that's some place that Crater has definitely been out macroing him. Crater is up at 63 workers. This guy is like relentlessly good at getting probes out. A lot of gates coming up for him as well. Prism on both sides, charge on both sides.
Yeah, Crater's beginning to move out. His gateway explosion was actually a little bit later.
He has a much healthier stalker count, so he should have like a little bit of control with that.
He should be able to engage when he... Oh, if he could get that Archon even?
That would be nice.
Nope, gets picked up. Oh, but gets the Warp Prism. That's pretty big.
Yeah, Overcharge saves that, but yeah, the Prism dying is so nice.
Okay, Phoenix is coming. Snag a couple probes. It's big, but I think the bigger issue right now is going to be Crater's presence on this side of the map.
Those Phoenixes continue to get good damage. Crater's still up in probes. Still producing. Getting that worker count back up. Making some of his own Archons now. Now, I don't think that Trap has like a fighting army right now. I think Trap needs to make a 4th. If he wants to win this game.
Play conservative, stay back.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, these Phoenixes are really starting to pay off.
Oh,
they've gotten a lot of kills. But yeah, look at this. Trap's actually moving out. Does he need to recall the Stalkers?
Oh, yeah, the Stalkers are way out
there. The Stalkers are, I think they were set up so that you would never counterattack.
He's going to get the Prism. So that's just going to basically end the attack.
And he's going to get the Archon as well.
Okay, so that attack is done.
That's insane. And here comes the recall. If Trap commits, I don't think this could work.
Okay, cancels his 4th.
Yeah, out of position
no,
there.
Trap, it can't
Trap
possibly
has to go
work.
back. There's no way.
You know what? He cancels the 4th and runs away. That's good.
Yeah.
Overall, okay, we did it. Because his 4th is on the way, so he's going to finally get a base up quicker than Creator. That would be nice.
Going to go for that. Oh, nice. Gets the sentry. Blinks back out. Yeah, it looked like those Stalkers earlier on were set up so that you never could attack out, and then he did anyways. But got the Warp Prism, so he's able to do something with that.
Well, that's such a good move, because he canceled a Warp in and got the Prism, so it's just like the attack is over before it begins. Yeah, I guess you don't get that 4th, but maybe Creator can do an attack now. He's actually suddenly up 20 army supply.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I mean, 172 supply. Blink only just started here for Trap. I actually, for some reason, thought that was already done.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, he went charge first, actually.
Yeah.
More of a ground pounding force. Look at this army.
Disruptors. Dude, I think this is going to be a forced cancel over here. Oh, I guess he can't even cancel it. It's just going to be a kill. Forced kill, Artosis.
Oh, God, as all kills are.
Okay, he's going to come in now. I just don't think he can do it. And by the way, Crater's expanding, I think, to a safer spot here on the center left. It's just hard to kind of get through that. We've got some Zealots that have come in here into the main. It's a modest amount. I don't think it's going to do very much. And at this point in time, Crater's actually maxed out. And so it's going to come down to this fight. Disruptor shot, blinks away. Doesn't even do an iota of damage.
Not one.
I think he's going to come in with the Stalkers and just try to blink onto the Disruptors.
Crater's up 40 supply right now.
Oh, my God. Now, hold on. The army's a bit fractured, but he gets a good flank onto those Archons, takes one out, and then backs up. And he's basically got this arc that you're just not going to be able to get through.
Okay, great Disruptor hit comes down the ramp. Very, very good hit there. Can Trap actually hold on? He's still down so much in supply. A ton of Archons come up. That's it, GG. Crater.
What? What?
Dude, he destroyed Trap.
Dude,
he looks
wrecked Trap.
He looks way better than Trap, which I have never, ever even said in my life, because Trap has been one of, if not the best Protoss of the last 3 years.
The crowd is going wild.
And Creator smashed, man.
He did it. Got a lot of fans that have come down here today. And I mean,
he just got a ton of high fives walking over the interview. I love it. And here he is. Dude, Creator's in the finals. I have actual nerd chills.
11 years and 15 days since GSL 2011. Wow. All right, guys, we're going to have an interview in a second here, see how Creator is feeling. He's done it, man. Season 1 of GSL. He is one of the 2 players to make it into the finals.
Dude, it only took him 4,000 days to get to a GSL finals.
Leaving behind some of the but behind him, the bodies of the other best players in our tournament. It wasn't like he had an easy bracket at all. So who knows, man? Maybe he wins this season. That would be insane.
I think he's going to. He is so legitimate.
It's like
Rogue is
going to
have to be the dirtiest dirt nerd.
Creator defeats Trap in the round of 4, match 1, to move on to the finals of this GSL. Congratulations. Thank you. Wow, sincere congratulations, Creator. After 11 years, you finally make it to your first finals in GSL. How do you feel? Honestly speaking, I knew that today is not going to be easy, and as expected, it was not easy. And today, I was trying to feel at ease while playing, but I was really focused more than ever. And on stage, I don't really talk to myself, but after the first game, I was talking to myself, and I think that really helped me with the gameplay today. Wow. This GG has to be the best GG for you in your career, Creator. How did it feel? Rather than that moment, I started off on the right foot with my builds against Trav. And then at times I thought I would just close out the game. But I felt pretty indifferent, I felt pretty nonchalant. I was really thankful to myself, to be honest, for having the right builds for today. So, you know, Cure moving on to the finals feels different to you moving on to the finals this season. Creator, I think you're just doing a phenomenal job right now. And I'm sure you faced a lot of adversity and hardship in the past. Well, while I was in GSL Green Wings, I never really had a good performance. So the reason why I was able to have a good season this season is because I have so many good people around me, and I requested for their help so much, and they willingly agreed. So I'm really thankful to them. So had it just been me alone, I probably wouldn't have done what I did today. And in the interview, you said you took all the practice partners from Trap. So who are you talking about? Right, I'll tell you one by one. The Classic, Zound, CEST, Hero, Astria. And there may be more, but I think they're the only one that I can come up with right now. So I was kind of feeling sorry to Trav for taking away all the script partners. But Trav, he's been doing such a phenomenal job, so you know this time he can just give the final ticket to me. A long time ago, Creator. You know, before I said, "Is it your era now?" And now, do you still think it's not your era? Not at all. I'm still insufficient. And today, you know, I had to be lucky to win today. You know, I was super lucky. The goddess of fortune was on my side today. So I'm still not enough to be called a strong player. So you'll be playing against Dark or Rogue, and you played against them before in this GSL. So they are formidable opponents for sure. So if you had to pick one player that you'd prefer to fight against, who would be? While I was prepping for the round of 4, I thought of nothing else but the match. So if I think about it now, there are no comfortable opponents. They're just so strong. But I would like to play against my former teammate, Rogue.
정말 많은 분들이
So creators, so many people applauded for you after you secured your victory in today's series.
마지막으로 팬분들
So any closing thoughts before you move on to the finals?
그 20강 하면서
So while I was playing the round of 20,
팬분들이 많이 돌아오신 것 같아요.
I think I think the fans who left came back today.
메시지로도 응원이 되게 많이 와주시고.
You know, a lot of fans DM me with positive messages, and they helped me so much.
뭔가 제 뭉클하면서 좀 연습을.
I was feeling really moved. I felt really emotional, and you know that gave me the motivation to play better. And hopefully, in this final stage, I hope the fans can come and cheer for me. And a lot of the fans are expecting the Zerg to win, but I'll prove it wrong. So please come to the finals venue.
데뷔 후 11년 만에 만든
Right, creator, a late bloomer who has just secured his finals after 11 years. Congratulations. Thank you.
I'm excited, dude. I'm so hyped right now, man. I can't believe Creator did this.
I know.
What a story.
It's pretty wild, but well-deserved. He is looking fantastic. Up next, our other semifinals match. Who is going to face Creator in that finals?
See, funny thing about love is you never really know when it's coming, but you better believe you'll know when it's there. True story. I must have been searching, though I wasn't looking for much, checking out the scene. Wasn't trying to get my numbers up. You know I keep it cool. I prefer to stay in the cut. Don't want no attention on me when I'm trying to shake the blues up off me. But then I saw your face. It caused my heart to race. Girl, you're looking like $1,000,000. Something about the way you strut your stuff. Oh, girl, you're fine as you wanna. What I'm supposed to do? Something told me got time to lose. Go ahead and bust a move. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And if it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Fall back just a little. Don't wanna lead you on. Don't wanna push a feeling and make the feeling go. You see, I got your number, but still I ain't used the phone. No, I let it breathe for a minute, baby. Next thing I know, you call. Damn. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure it's what you want. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody let it drop when I'm in it. Everybody let it drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute.
우리가 기다린 사이다. 저 의미예요. 부담 없이 즐기는 사이다. 시기섬유, 함유. 이런 게 이 시대의 사이다. 실성 사이다 플러스.
상큼함 맥스, 칼로리 X, 맛있는 탕 제로. 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로, 탐스 제로. 같이 떠나볼래? 아침은 라떼, 홀릭 점심은 라떼, 홀릭 저녁엔 라떼, 홀릭 풍부하게 달콤하게 라떼 홀릭. 달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타 라떼 홀릭.
어려워도 이렇게 멈추면 내가 아니지. 오늘이 모여 새로운 날을 만든다. 나의 레벨은 다르다. 어나더 레벨 핫식스.
상큼함 맥스, 칼로리 X, 맛있는 탕 제로. 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로, 탐스 제로. 같이 떠나볼래?
저 의미예요. 우리가 기다린 사이다. 저 의미예요. 부담 없이 즐기는 사이다. 시기섬유, 함유. 이런 게 이 시대의 사이다. 실성 사이다 플러스.
아침은 라떼, 홀릭 점심은 라떼, 홀릭 저녁엔 라떼, 홀릭 풍부하게 달콤하게 라떼 홀릭. 달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타 라떼 홀릭.
Today's matchup. Dark. Rogue. Most competitive 1 versus 1 game. Africa TV Freak Up Studio Live. GSL Season 1. Code S.
GSL returns to close out the semifinals. It is going to be Creator versus the victor between Dark and Rogue. This is insane. I still feel like this hasn't sunk in yet for me. Like, Creator's been playing so well. It was something we speculated about early on. Like, okay, he could, if he beat this player, I can't remember the first good player he beat, but it's like, okay, he beats him. I don't know, who else can he possibly beat? Then we had moments where he went up against players like Maro, and it's not clear, like, all right, is Maro playing bad or is Creator out of his mind? Now it's just one of the two best Zergs in Korea that's going to stand in his way.
Yeah. And we'll see if they're able to do it. But first, they have to go up against each other. Dark and Rogue have had a lot of Zerg vs. Zergs. Well, first, I guess let's take a look here, guys. Look at all those things we're giving away. Season 1 finals cards. Oh, yeah, we used to give those away all the time. Everyone who goes gets one of those.
Photo books, uniforms.
Season 1 uniform. Everyone gets one of those if only 4 people show up.
And I guess we have Super Tournament mouse pads we haven't given away yet, so that's very exciting.
Ooh, extended mouse pads.
Yes.
Yeah, and photo books, guys.
Yes, we know you guys love those.
Don't forget, though, on-site sales will not proceed. Do make sure that you get those tickets at that website. You get up to 2 tickets per person. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You don't want to miss it. It's going to be our first final back with an audience.
Look, in 10 years, when Creator's the greatest gamer ever to have lived, you will be able to say you were there for his first GSL victory.
That's right.
And that's an important thing to be able to say.
When he's taken the role of Mario, Dark, and everybody else that's ever been good, and he just never loses again.
Imagine how cool people feel if they were there for Flash's first OSL, right?
Yeah.
You could do that for Creator.
You could do that here now.
Because clearly the same thing is about to happen.
We're going to go to that interview now. Andy, go ahead.
All right, we're going to have an interview with Rogue and Dark.
아무래도 시간적인 여유가 있었는데 준비는 어떻게 하셨나요?
So, Dark, you had some time to prepare. So, how did it go? Did I?
저에겐 굉장히 짧은
I'm
일주일이었고
not so sure about that. It was a very short week for me.
강렬이 형을 이렇게 너무 자주 만나는 거.
As for Rogue, I meet him so much in tournaments. I don't really want to meet him though.
열심히 준비해봤는데.
But I did make good preparation, so I think I can have a good match against him. That's right. You guys have a long-standing relationship. You guys always meet in the upper brackets. So Rogue, what kind of relationship do you think this is?
명우랑 지금 3시즌 연속 높은 곳에서 만나고
No, we've been seeing each other in the upper brackets for 3 seasons in a row.
하고 싶었는데 그래서 너무 아쉬웠어.
So I've been bogged down by him a few times.
명우 만났으니까 또
But now that I'm playing against him, and I have a good record against him, so I think I can play comfortably.
박영우 선수는 좀 어떤 인연이라고
Right, Dark.
생각하시나요?
What kind of relationship do you think this is
이병렬 선수.
with Rogue?
아니 뭐 그냥 옛날에 좀
Well,
처음 만났을 때는 어려운 상대라고.
Well, when I used to play him in the past, he was a formidable opponent. He's still a good Zerg, and he is really hard to deal with. But Rogue just said he's going to play comfortably, so I'm going to play accordingly as well. So you guys are wearing the same uniform. It's a team kill match. So Dark, a question for you. So Rogue says that Rogue says that you are better than him right now in terms of skills. Is that right?
매번 하는 거 보니까 약간 놀리는 거 같기도 하고.
Well, I think he's pulling my leg. I think he's teasing me.
이병렬 선수 진심으로 묻고 싶은데.
Right, Rogue, I want to ask you seriously.
명우랑도 연습을 많이 해보면은.
Well, I practice against Dark quite frequently, and I feel like he is above me in terms of skills. But I think with the high IQ plays, I think I'm the better one at that.
사실 월요일 6강전 치르고 이병렬 선수는 정말 준비 시간이 짧았거든요.
So Rogue, you only had a few days of preparation time. So how did it go?
준비 시간이 짧은 만큼 스트레스를 좀.
Actually, with the short preparation time, I think I had done better because I slept well and I prepped well in a limited time. So Dark, what is your score prediction for today?
마음 같아서는 3대 0인데.
Well, I do want to say 3-0, but it's always like 3-2 whenever I go up against him. It's gonna be a full set, I think. Then what about you, Rogue?
명우랑 항상 3대 2로.
Yes, it's always a 3-2, a full match. It's really hard, but I do really want to win today. Okay, Rogue says he wants to win 3-0 as well. That's right, you guys are rivals, but yet you respect each other every time. Alright, so before we get into the match, anything you want to say to each other? Dark, you first.
사실 아쉬운 게 저는.
One thing I'm disappointed with is
저그전을 좀 하길 바랬는데.
I hope I played some Zergs in round 6, but I couldn't do that, so I'm a little kind of bitter about that. But I do want to have a good match today against him. And Rogue, what about you?
명우가 최근에 저그 대 저그전을 많이 안 해가지고.
That's right. So Dark hasn't played a lot of ZVZ these days, so I think I have the advantage here.
명우랑 또 재밌는 싸움 하고.
But I do want to have a fun match against him today. So which Zerg will move on to the finals to play against Creator, who is taking GSL by the storm right now? Alright, we're gonna start the match now.
부산 최초의 우승자가 나왔습니다. 그의 이름은 다크 박영우. 상대 박영우가 포식자로서 펀덤들을 잡아내고 우승을 차지합니다. 시즌 선전하는 최강의 선수, 이번 시즌 우승을 차지한 선수는 이병렬. 조정수 선수를 잡아내면서 GSL 최강의 선수가 됩니다.
So look, as much as I think everybody in the entire world is super hyped about Creator, Dark and Rogue have such a history in GSL, outside of GSL, of dominating, of crushing, of looking impossible to beat. These are the best that we have here in the Korea region for Zerg, and at times in history, they've been the very best in the world.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Creator's playing amazingly, but I still feel like this should be a very tough match for whoever he goes up against. And I think it's a very realistic possibility that Creator gets all the way to our finals and then does not win. Okay?
Yeah.
Because of these two players.
No, it could occur. And of course, they have their own legacies that they're building out here. Like, for instance, if Dark wins GSL this season, he ties Nesty and Rogue for most Zerg championships.
Yeah.
If Rogue wins, I almost dropped the ball there and called him his real name, Nesty. But if he were to end up winning there, he gets the ultimate record for Zerg. So there's some big stuff on the line for both of these. Whatever happens in this GSL Finals is going to be amazing. As far as these two going up against each other, Rogue generally wins when they fight.
Yeah, Rogue comes out ahead
more
often than not. But, you know, on any given day, Dark is able to take on Rogue. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun ZVZ. We're going to get a real glimpse into the most modern ZVZ we could have for this region. Obviously, European Zergs have been eclipsing a lot of the, Zergs in Korea that we historically kind of defaulted as the best. I mean, European Zergs are playing amazingly. But these guys are not happy with that. Let's put it like that. So there's a lot still to prove here, and the world is really opening back up. People are really able to connect more. We should have some more foreign Zergs coming down for future GSL seasons, but both these guys want to win this season and start the year off on a high note.
Well, I think whoever it is going to be a sick finals, whichever way it goes. Is there one you would rather see against Creator?
Not really.
No?
I think either one I'm happy with. I mean, whoever wins here, obviously it's going to be the better Zerg as of today with Rogue and Dark. And I think both of them, it's the same kind of excitement. It's the same matchup as well, right? The two best Zergs in the country. So either one goes on, I'm happy for them to fight Creator. But again, it's going to be tough for Creator to take on either of these two guys. We're going to start this out on Hardwire to begin this best of 5.
All right, let's see how they're going to open it up. Both these guys can definitely do a lot of aggressive stuff as well.
Yeah, is that funny to you, Artos?
Yes! Jesus tries to make me laugh too much.
Guys, game 1, Dark vs. Rogue on Hardwire. The winner faces Creator in the finals of the GSL.
GSL Season 1. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Dark. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue.
All right, here we go. Looks like we're going to have fast expansions both sides.
Yeah, nobody going for anything too cheesy just yet. You can see offline, Rogue has a much more dominant record, whereas online, it's been a little bit closer, but Rogue's still coming out on top.
Yeah. Well, Rogue has been #1 Zerg in Korea for quite some time. And Dark, I think that the issue that he's had with his Zerg vs. Zerg has oftentimes been he's just so into Roach Ravager and he beats most people with that. But it's really hard to finish Rogue in that way. Yeah. Rogue is very good at wiggling his way up to Lurker, and then suddenly you're going to get very cost inefficient.
And we're going to see if there's any kind of major deviations in builds. A lot of times in ZVZ, they're going to follow the same chain opening here, and we need to see, all right, is somebody going to make a bunch of lings, take a third base versus stay on 2, before we really have a lot to unpack.
Yeah, that's definitely kind of the... I think that's where so many Zerg vs. Zergs are actually decided, like the way the game is going to go is after that third hatch starts, who makes a few lings and who makes more than a few lings.
Yeah. But I think both these players have proven they can shine and the entire range of possible ZVZ builds. Although I do think that Dark is a little bit more cheesy or more willing to cheese than Rogue is, in ZVZ especially.
You might be right about that. It's hard to say because I think they're both like super championship quality. Where if you actually look historically in StarCraft 2, the Zergs that win lots of championships, they all are willing to mix in a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
At least as far as Korea goes. Rogue, Dark, Nesty, a guy we can't name. You know, these are the guys that have won a lot of championships as Zerg, and every one of them mixed in like quite a bit of cheese.
Right.
But they also all had very strong macro games.
They were able to master the flexibility that Zerg has to fully become somebody who's going to all in or rush, or games where you're going to play a very delicate balance of holding off what pressure there is while macroing behind it. And so we're entering that phase now, and we see immediately it's going to be Rogue actually pulling the trigger. 18 lings about to hatch here, a Baneling's Nest. It's going to finish a little bit earlier than Dark's, which matters quite a bit. Sometimes the only way to counter Banelings is with Banelings of your own.
Oh, that's for sure. Now Rogue, with the amount of lings he's making. Oh, more drones for... No? Okay, Dark. Now more lings coming up for Dark. See if he's going to get enough here to hold off this little flood coming up. You do have to cancel that third base. It is obviously a huge issue.
And I think he is going to just get the base. I mean, there's nothing you can do about this. There's some Bane's morphine.
Yeah, he's not going to die.
No.
But it's a bad situation. Your opponent has one more hatchery. How do you play this spot?
And he's not overextending. I mean, he's going to let him hatch the Banes, but he's not going to engage with it at all. He's going to hang back. And you have to be pretty careful from here on out for Rogue. There's a lot of incentives for Dark to try to come across the map and attack. And you need to do whatever it takes to both keep this third and keep your natural protected. One thing that can be implored here by Rogue is that if he sees Dark try to leave, you run and win those lings into the natural in the main. But, you know, that's one of the oldest tricks in the book. But that position is already set up right now here for Rogue.
Now, Dark does have his lair almost done here. This is kind of like the standard to and fro that we see, right? It's
good
the layer more quickly for the guy who lost that third base. And we haven't seen, though, him start any upgrades on those 2 Evos that he ended up making. We do have +1 carapace here for Rogue. Rogue, of course, getting his Roach Warren as well. Spire coming up for Dark. Okay.
Dude, he's barely going to get that hatchery if Dark is not careful. It's one of the harder maneuvers to pull off is to ever try to kill off a hatchery when they have both Ling Speed and Banes nearby, but if you're not that vigilant, you can just get in there.
Yeah.
And
Dark, though, he's sealing it off. I think he's going to be able to get it up at this point.
But Dark is going to be playing from a pretty uncomfortable position right now. I mean, just trying to reclaim a third and trying to leverage the mutas in this position where already Rogue is soaking up so much resource-wise from his own third.
Ooh, we almost had a big explosion there. Dark got very close to those Banes, but didn't explode in time. The Spire is going to be finishing up, and we don't really have an attack ready to go from Rogue, I don't feel like. Like, he's sending a couple Roaches across the map, as you see, but it's not a huge amount.
Yeah, but this could come in here.
Maybe just pick off the Banes with that, you think?
Well, I think he wants to put a little bit of pressure on this hatch, maybe. And just try to...
Yeah, you could get the hatch with this, for sure.
Yeah, and
he's
I think
giving it up, in fact.
Getting a hatch here is going to be a real headache. Oh, big connect there from Dark.
That's a big connection.
Ling's coming down here at the bottom. And Dark may just outmaneuver Rogue entirely here.
Mutas are being hatched. That Baneling trying to find its way.
Dude, insane control here from Rogue. Really, that one
Great
Baneling
defense.
doing so much work here. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's
Trying
clearing
to
a
come
lot.
for that one Queen, and it's not going to work.
Oh my god.
Dude, Rogue is playing out of his mind.
But the Mutas are coming. We don't really have good anti-Muta here.
But the Roach counterattack is still a threat. I guess not really with those spines. I didn't realize how many were actually made over there.
He didn't make that many. Like, Rogue is very drone heavy right now. In fact, he's going for his own Spire, making a bunch of spores, so we might actually end up seeing Muta versus Muta. That's what it looks like right now, at least. Okay, another counterattack. Okay, third time that hatchery goes down. Dude, Rogue's playing, like, really, really well, but, you know, a lot of times when you see someone get a nice Mutalisk lead, they can do a lot with it. That is certainly something we're seeing here.
This is quite an insane game here. I am worried, though, for Dark. If he doesn't really come up with something pretty amazing, I feel like Rogue is just going to continue to benefit more and more, especially when his Spire finishes. And Dark is committed to make more and more and more Mutas.
Well, what's the actual Muta count right now, I wonder? Because he's going to be able to make 11 Mutas, but there's more than that here. Right? We got like 10 right there, 6 more making. So there is a Muta lead here for Dark. Now, we haven't seen like Muta versus Muta all that much. Oh,
Corruptors.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. Okay.
And again, the Ling's over here hitting this hatchery once more.
Now, Corruptor's certainly not as flexible as Mutas, but they're going to fight really well. Like, he might just go Corruptor into Muta. He's getting Flyer Carapace right now, which is always good against Mutas. Already, the Corruptors will do well as well. Oh, this is cool, man. We haven't seen a game like this in GSL in quite some time.
Yeah, I gotta say, as crazy as Rogue is in this game, I'm almost more impressed with the fact that Dark is still hanging with him.
Yeah, Dark is playing quite well considering all the setbacks he's had, but he's like the best at playing with setbacks.
There's
like
is.
It's something funny about the way he plays anyways, where he likes off unit sets and he's good from behind. There are players that are like that.
Yeah.
You know, in StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 where they're just like, I don't know what it is. I feel like it's something about the basis of their play is a little bit off, so they get behind into weird spots a lot, and they get very good at those weird spots.
Yeah, they get good at these recovery plays.
Yeah, might even feel more comfortable in them in certain ways.
So we have so many Corruptors out here, and Dark is just still making Mutas.
Well, can't you just make like a lot of spores?
I don't know.
Against all these Corruptors?
But then you can't move around the map with their Mutas.
Yeah, I guess. But the Corruptors are like,
we're gonna find out
they're not going
Corruptors
to
are
do
not
anything that
anti-air
good,
units.
right?
Oh, looks like that's what he's done.
It's like he's playing against BC Mech right now.
Yeah, this is totally weird.
Look at all these transfusions. This is such a wild game right now. 27 Mutas against 26 Corruptors. Okay, he's going after him, but I mean, the Corruptors should be able to win this, right?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah,
but with all the Queens, they have some backup, right?
Yeah, the Queens are definitely helping there.
What an odd game.
Yeah, it really is.
It does seem like you're right. I mean, the Corruptors are, these are just anti-air units, right? And I guess if you just have enough Lings underneath.
The Mutas are doing like all right here as well. He did have a Spore helping for a little bit. You had those Queens with some transfusions
but
and
I think
everything.
that's just it. Without Spores, this really isn't a sustainable spot.
Yeah.
I think Rogue's going to win this.
Yeah.
But now there's more Lings being made here for Dark. Keep in mind that the Corruptors, it's almost like StarCraft 1 Corsairs versus Zerg, where like you can just start to snipe Overlords.
Well, he's killing everything in there. Now look at this. Going to go ahead and vomit on the hatch.
And just insta-cancels. Comes in with some more free shots. What an insane game.
Yeah, it's a weird-looking one.
All the Overlords are here. He's almost supply blocked him, by the way.
What a world we live in, where mass Corruptor is the answer.
This is such an insane game. GG, Rogue takes it. We have not casted that one, and we've almost
haven't
casted
had one
everything.
that looked like that. Yeah, that not quite like that. Like I've seen some Corruptor versus Muta games that like evolved differently than that, but that one was different. Like the mass Corruptor, and I think a big part of it was the units he had on the ground.
That I was going to say the exact same thing. I think it was a small squad on the ground that's enough to beat the queens, and it looks like it's close.
Well, that's how you get rid of
rid of the spores.
The queens and a couple spores change the map dramatically, and then you get rid of that eventually, and then the Corruptors just start to dominate everything.
Yeah.
And you can't land your Overlords, so.
Well, it's funny because you were even saying a second ago, like he's maybe just get spores and queens, and then it's like he does, but you know, if that's all you have on the ground and everything else is a Muta, you're not going to hang for that long. We're going to go to Blackburn for map 2. Rogue wins 1-0 in a game he was ahead from the start all the way to the finish. Let's see what happens in game 2.
2022 GSL Season 1. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Dark. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue.
That was a cool one, but it was. You know, the dictating of the game did happen around that third base, and the player who got aggressive was paid off for it, which is definitely something we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, you get in there with that kind of speed, and you do the punish and deny the hatchery. I mean, it is a straightforward game. This game, again, we're watching the production tabs and waiting for a deviation. Right now, hatch first, gas pool on both sides.
Yeah, just mirrored. We can see where that does deviate. I mean, I imagine they're going to go for third bases, and we're going to watch that Plumelings again. But you can, you know, there are 2 base builds. It's possible.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have another game that's like that. I understand the rationale for the player that's forced on 2 base to try to tech into layer and then go for mutas, because that seems to be the most complementary tech for the income set that you have. But the way that Rogue just sort of handled that by continuing to put counter pressure on there and then having such an economy that he just makes Corruptors and wins like that, it's like you've tricked him into playing Muta by forcing him onto the 2 base, and he was going to beat you with this tech later on all along. You know?
Yeah, but maybe you can go into Corruptor yourself if you're the Muta player once your opponent goes Corruptor, but then if it's Corruptor versus Corruptor, that just can't be, right? Like, that can't be the way it goes. There has to be a way out of that cycle.
No, that's peak StarCraft.
Well, for a long while, we had PvP actually turned into Phoenix versus Phoenix at substantial amount.
Once you started it, it creates an arms race that you can't get out of.
Yeah. And, I mean, could that happen with the Corruptors? Like, obviously, there needs to be like a few ground units in there, but
I think the difference is that, you know, with the Phoenixes, once you won the big fight and killed their Phoenixes, you went and picked up all their workers and killed them.
Yeah.
And I guess you
the Corruptors
could sort of do that by oozing down the hatcheries.
Yeah, and killing all the Overlords. Like, that should
I guess
be good
killing
enough.
all the Overlords is probably more of a gridlocking blow, yeah.
Zerg needs infested supply depots.
It's the only answer.
Yeah.
Okay, both sides taking thirds. We have 6 lings being made for dark.
Okay, 6 is a defensive amount.
Yeah, and he goes right back into drones. And it seems to be the same ideas that work over here for Rogue, only a little bit greedier. More and more drones coming out.
Yeah, he's really not making many lings here. 4 popping. A small group coming up. That's, I mean, he knows he can't get that.
Yeah, he can't get
He's
it
just
either.
posturing. Both sides making 8 more.
The Wallens being set up over here at the Naturals. so that you can't have moves like we see right now where Lings just run by.
Quite a few Lings being made by Dark now. Does seem like he wants to put on a little bit of aggression. Good save with the Baneling there, saving the drone.
Okay, he's coming in. These Banes are going to fork off. Oh my god, such a good split. And here's the thing, you can damage those drones, but you can't kill them with just one.
I think that's a good... I think hitting there is good, though.
Yeah.
Because that's like a bunch of drones you can just go kill now.
You are telegraphing your intentions when you do that.
Oh, for sure.
I guess there's nothing else you can do, though. The
Well, I
Bane
tell you, that's
can't
my
get out.
intention all game. Every game is killing drones, Stasis.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. He's going to come in now. These Lings going to be ready to defend.
Gets one. Good defense so far here from Rogue.
More Banes coming down. Dark still on the offense. Good block here. Total denial. What about the Banes, though, up here? Oh!
Yeah, get rid of one of them. 2 drones fall. Not that bad, though.
Yeah, 2 drones. Probably not enough.
Hey, still at 4 workers despite all these attempts.
Oh, this one drone could end up getting a little bit more.
Oh. Ling's getting a little bit. Some crazy micro back and forth here. Still, Rogue holds on well. Loses only 3 more.
Yeah. He's still
Drum
in
count
pretty
about
good shape.
even.
And, you know, when you're doing that much aggression, you do want to try to pull ahead here. And so the gold base is going to come down now.
4 gases on the way for Dark. They are going to be finishing up as Rogues.
Yeah, we do have... Yeah, the layer about to finish, you're right. Rogue already invested into Roach Tech here. More Roaches coming out. 14 drones are being made right now for Dark, and this could be a dangerous decision as he might get punished later. And look at this, dude, Rogue's so good. He just knows, all right, let's come in here, snipe the drone that's going to make the gold hatch and run back out. His gold hatch already halfway done. Dark's has not yet started.
Yeah, that's quite an advantage there. Now, Dark throws down a Spire. Not super surprised. Look at that. He's actually dumping creep with his own Overlord there. That's kind of funny. But Dark threw down a bunch of gases and has started a Spire now.
Oh my god, this is a block.
Oh gosh.
He finds the Spire.
Yeah, that's going to change.
Where is it? There it is.
He sees
it. That is going to cost him. He goes right by it. He knows that tiny little tumor is going to be a Spire.
Yeah, one day very soon. That's almost too bad, because now you see the Hydralisk Den coming up. It was a good idea from Dark, because in this type of situation, it turns into Roach Ravager versus Roach Ravager, but if you pop out a few mutas, you target their Ravagers, and you just kind of gain a lot of value during the battle. We've definitely seen that scenario play itself out many, many times. But now that the Hydralisk Den is down, it feels like Rogue is going to be able to, especially with this gold base, just kind of macro well, have the anti-air that he needs, not really be afraid of mutas. There are some mutas being made. See how heavily he dives into that. Because sometimes, you know, you can catch him. If you only have, like, a handful of Hydras, a bigger handful of mutas will beat that.
That's true. You can absolutely fight that off. I mean, with the gold base done, the income buildup's going to be huge, but look at the plan in here from Rogue. He's going to basically just bomb this with 2 Banes. And if he can cause a distraction where he forces Dark to move his screen one place and the Banes come in somewhere else, oh, he might not even need to do that. Here we go. Dark reacts extremely well.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too cavalier with that Overlord.
Maybe not cavalier enough. Turns around, goes back. And doesn't really get too much done there.
But now he can get behind the minerals. Or maybe that's not what he wants. I guess he wants to go for a full-on fight. I thought he just puts the 2 Roaches back there and then comes out elsewhere on the map looking for a fight somewhere else.
Baneling's speed is on the way, by the way. A good amount of Lings, a good amount of Banes being made right now from Dark. So sometimes you'll see Mass Bane as just a way to blow up your opponent's army, but also if you have mutas, sometimes you can kill the Hydras with the Banes and just fine with mutas and wreck everything, but there's not that many mutas. Just throwing that out there. Now this is a very strong army here DPS-wise from Rogue.
Yeah, he's got a lot of these hydras in the back. He's got the corruptor biles, although some of that's landing on him.
Yeah, pulling back right now. The amount of damage being dealt is pretty significant here.
There's just nowhere else to micro this. Drones are now dropping off in an attempt to help with the fight. The supplies are just insurmountable right now. 110 to 180.
Yeah,
GG, Rogue.
Showing his power there over Dark.
Whoa.
2-0.
Rogue is the best class. Got it.
Oh.
Thank you, Artosis.
It was like the best class. Like, what? What are we talking about here?
This is an RTS. Rogue, I thought this was going to be kind of close, and now I'm pretty sure it's not. Like, Rogue is just looking so strong, so advanced, to be totally honest.
Yeah, he just seems to be a step ahead of Dark in every way.
As good as Creator looks, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, how are you going to stop that, man?
Well, luckily for Creator, he plays Protoss.
Yeah.
Or maybe unluckily.
Maybe unluckily, Artosis.
Got me there.
Let's not forget how the Zergs chased them right off of IR.
Oh, that's
it's
true.
It's in their history.
No one gives up their home planet.
Yeah.
Come on.
Imagine we got chased off of Earth and we're like, yeah, Mars is okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy with Martian potatoes, but it would have been nice to stay on Earth, okay? Guys, Berlingrad, map 3. Good luck, Dark, because Rogue has a 2-0 lead right now.
2022 GSL Season 1. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Dark. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue.
To be honest, man, Rogue is impressing me even more than he normally does. We've cast him winning the World Championships a couple times and multiple GSLs, but honestly in the CVZ, he's looking so much better and stronger and faster than Dark. It's kind of insane.
It just looks like another level.
It's like Dark is steering his ship into the wrong direction and sinking it, like in the Rogue seas. You feeling me, dude?
Yeah, like he's using his sail as like an oar, but his oar is a sail?
Yeah, it's like he's in a storm and he's spinning that boat wheel. You know, that's all wooden and it's got all this
boat wheel. Yeah.
The boat steering wheel.
You'd think they use the wheels to like go in the water, but they just use it up top. It's like so weird.
Yeah, it's looking like that. It's like he brings the game to some place and it's like, now you die.
Yeah.
Rogue, you've completely mismanaged this, and this is what Rogue expected, and he knows how to stop it. It's kind of crazy how much he just knows the ins and outs of this.
Definitely, it feels just much, much stronger than what Dark is showing. Now, Dark did go pool first, sending his lings across, but there's 8 lings on the way, so like 6 lings are not going to be that scary. He will have speed before Rogue by a good margin. Oh! Not quite. Maybe this one? Yeah, he's going to get this one. No, he's not!
Artosis in shambles right now.
Can't believe it.
8 more lings?
Well, Dark, I mean, if you're going to open like this with quicker speed, you have to get some sort of damage and you have to continue it. You don't just say, that's fine, he has more drones.
I'm sure the speed will be handy later on. Fast lings are always better than slow lings.
Okay, Rogue is making a spine already, which is really good for him.
Yeah. Now, these things don't pan out that nicely if you fail early on with aggression and you don't kill a decent amount of workers and or queens. And look, he's handling this perfectly.
Oh, I like that so much. Look at that Sim City. That is not something I've ever seen, but that is really cool.
Kind of feeling the desperation here for Dark.
Yeah. Well, he's going to bring in his aggression. Tries to get around that queen, but it does wiggle between the gas and minerals. Coming up again. Brings his Banes. Definitely get that queen now. Oh my god, the lings actually held that back, so the splash didn't hit the second spine.
Yeah. And now
Good
there's
sacrifice.
still one static defense over here. Is he going to try to shimmy this up? 10 more lings coming. Only one extra drone being made right now for Dark. So everybody is still trying to power here.
Looking pretty good right now for Rogue, but I think Dark still has a little bit of potential.
Big counterattack here from Rogue. Wants to really draw more attention on this side of the map.
Seems like he's just buying some time while he makes more queens.
Yeah, I think you're 100% correct. I think he's just creating a threat that he's not even really going to commit to, because he knows Dark won't let him actually deal the damage. Dark's actually trying to come in here and maybe get some kind of a body block and trap some of these lings. And Rogue is happy to basically take some damage here or there, but keep Dark from focusing on the natural expansion. And now we've got 2 drones coming down. For Dark, it looks like he's backed off a lot of this aggression.
Okay, he does see a few drones like popping out and everything, so I think he knows that this is almost over. His own Baneling Nest is almost done. Definitely feels to me like Rogue has outplayed a little bit, but Dark is caught up in drones now, so that's good.
Yeah, the Baneling's Nest is going to finish here for Rogue. There is an Evo Chamber, which he has taken full advantage of, getting the armor upgrade.
Maybe this was a good idea from Dark overall. Like, he is up in workers right now, and he did change, you know, the way that the game is going. It's not like a take third hatch and then someone makes a plume of links. It's not a standard opener, right? So at least he gets to play in a more bizarre setting against Rogue, where maybe he's going to have a bit of an edge. Although it seems like Rogue is dealing with it well so far.
Yeah, we do have that role reversal where it's going to be Rogue on 2 bases and turtled up. The Ling's going to come in and scout that tech. I mean, Roachhorn is not, you know, the most game-changing tech, but to see that is pretty good. Sets up a Baneling trap over here in the top right.
Nice catch on the Scoutling. That's Roachhorn down here. It's part of the wall. Rogue sending some Lings down. His Baneling's getting ready to come in as well. Might be trying to set up a diversion. Yeah, this is definitely a diversion right now. Baneling's coming in from 2 separate sides.
Oh, he's going to pull.
Yeah, that was a very good pull and split.
Oh my God, he's going to go in the main. I mean, this is going to be quite the balancing act here for Dark. Okay, only 3 drones.
Good defense.
Very good defense. Good tactics set up over here, but it did not really pay off. And now Dark's going to come in here and try to counter on the spine.
All right. Maybe he gets something done there. Kills the spine, going after some of the queens. Transfusion's being thrown down. Does get pushed back for now, but good effort. Down just a few drones at the moment.
Oh, did he overextend out here?
Just barely not. So his Roaches come over to help.
Rogue, you know, he is ahead in workers by a little bit. He does not have a third base. He's still looking for some damage. I don't know that he's going to find it. Oh, that was an unfortunate Bane detonation there as well. And so that armor upgrade finished earlier. Now it's the missile upgrade. Rogue's going to switch into more of a Roach concentration here. Trying to see what he can't find with these Lings, but he isn't finding really anything. I don't know if there's going to be an opportunity here, maybe for a counterattack from Dark.
Well, Rogue, I mean, I don't think he's going to fall behind in units very quickly. Like, Dark does have that third hatch, so that's something at least.
Ooh, nix the Overlord there. Some Ravagers coming here as we're in the Roach Ravager arms race. Not killing these Overlords just yet. It's kind of funny.
It's good dodging.
Yeah, we're in moments that would actually supply lock him, so.
Yeah, Rogue actually up in army supply right now. Gonna have that Roach speed and +1 attack done relatively soon. Dark with a lot of Lings out. He does get the Overlord kill on that one.
Yeah, well, with the Biles out now, he cannot start to actually drop the Overlords on the map. That's going to take away all the vision here for Rogue. Rogue may try to come out and take a fight. I don't think it's a wise move, though.
This is kind of funny. There's a lot of Lings out right now, but
Yeah.
there's Banelings mixed in this army, so he's got to target those down. The Banelings can ruin all these Zerglings so quickly.
Yeah, he does come out here and try to take a fight. No more Lings in the mix. I guess the extra Bane damage can try to help snowball the fight a little bit. Great targeting here. Is Rogue going to take this fight? This looks crazy to me.
I think that Dark is just going to hold, but he does lose, like, kind of all of his expensive units.
Yeah.
Might end up losing a Queen here, and then Rogue does have to pull back. Rogue is down 10 workers after all this, by the way.
Yeah.
Did have a +1 attack upgrade advantage, but it is gone now.
Yeah, kind of an interesting play from Rogue. I mean, he did get some benefits in that fight, taking out the important expensive tech units, and the Queens is a pretty big deal. And now he's going to go for Ravagers of his own. We don't have Ravagers making right now for Dark. In fact, he took extra gases over at his third base. But now he's going to be able to get these Overlords over here. Dark narrowly dodging some of these.
Right, Ravagers going out, getting their revenge. I like that he doesn't waste vials.
Yeah. And that's going to block Dark in a fight that seems like it was going to go either way back there. It's pretty bad to get supply blocked right now, especially if you can just get a few more Overlords in a row. I don't know if there's many more Overlord kill opportunities here.
Yeah, I think we're almost cleared out. All right, very close in that supply. Rogue finally going to re-drone up a little bit. He has been down in drones for quite some time. I think it's time to take fourth bases. It doesn't feel like anyone can kill each other.
I agree. I think you have to keep growing on the map right now.
Yeah, you also have to choose. Do you want a Hydralisk Den, Infestation Pit, or Spire? Because, I mean, we can max on Roach Ravager, and I think, in fact, it's very likely to happen. But you do need to go into something else.
Yeah, you have to have another tech to back that. And we don't see those techs just yet.
No, not yet. Burrow and Burrow movement here for Rogue. Occasionally that does well.
Yeah, especially if the map gets cut in half more and more. Burrow movement can allow you to, like, get a couple roaches in their main and their natural and then hit there and try to get them out of position. Nidus Network coming down for Rogue. Very interesting. Where is this located?
Oh, I don't know. I bet you it's at his natural, though. Would make most sense. The fourth base is coming up for Rogue here as well, up at 12 o'clock. Dark finally makes his down at 6.
Nidus over at the third, and he's got an Overseer ready here, and I think because Overlords are spread on the map, yeah, there's a blind spot in here.
There sure is.
And that means the Nidus should just finish. Oh, is he going to see that?
He saw it.
Okay, is there enough time? Starts a Nidus. Immediately comes over here. Can anything get up here in time, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Yeah, he's not going to even unload
scout
it.
from earlier.
That's kind of funny. Like, goes up and it's like, nah, just a few roaches. But you can't unload it anyways.
Yeah.
In fact, Rogue was ready if all the units went into the main base to do a little counterattack, and then immediately turned around when he saw that Dark came down for the defense.
Yeah. Meanwhile, some Lings coming up here and countering this. These roaches need to hurry up. All the Lings are actually killed off over there. Burrows and retreats.
Yeah, both sides maxed out now.
It does seem like Dark is winning this game, but Rogue is making for some interesting positions that can really create opportunities for him.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like Dark has been ahead for a while, but not a lot. He's ahead, but this is certainly not over.
Yeah.
Rogue is trying to find ways in, but I don't think he's going to find any. So again, I am wondering what is the next tech that we're going to see from these guys.
Yeah. And I think we're, at the very tail end of this type of play working out. For Rogue, at least here.
Okay, so Hydralisk Den, but is okay. Yeah, I was like, is that not a Nidus going down right next to those roaches? Rogue is starting to have some not so great engagements. Doesn't have as big of a bank either. That lack of drones he's had for quite some time is starting to kick in, as well as all these failed Niduses.
Okay, he's going to come behind with some roaches of his own. The supply is beginning to plummet right now for Rogue, as Dark is very much in control of this game. I believe we have another Nidus in the main, but I don't know.
That's a last-ditch effort at this point.
Yeah.
Rogue in terrible shape after losing
Rogue
that.
may have to give up. I can't imagine he's going to have enough to come out here and really take control of this.
Now, let's see. 2-1 upgrades on both sides. Queen using his transfuse. A lot of roaches here. Just has to get out of there. Dude, he's down like 80 supply. This game is all but done.
Yeah, I think Dark has played just an absolutely brilliant defensive game.
And you know what? After his early pool and the Speedlings didn't really do that much, Rogue's defense was great, but Dark droned well during it. Kind of took control. Rogue was unable to get any other damage done, and here we are.
Yeah, Dark going to try to come out once again. Kind of insane to see Dark close the game looking like this when they started out with a Ling speed rush into Banelings. GG, Dark fights back. We're going to game 4.
All right. Dark showing some life in this series. Very glad to see it. Just not looking forward to a 3-0. Can he actually win 2 more in a row, though? There is going to be a little break, so maybe they can clear their heads.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that's the one that Dark won.
Yeah.
You know? But I think Rogue tried to force something that just wasn't going to happen. Guys, short break. We come back. Game 4, Dark vs. Rogue.
I'm screaming now or never to people I don't know. Yesterday is far enough away to see the difference. No, I didn't know it was coming out of nowhere. No, I didn't know.
Today's matchup. Dark Rogue. Most competitive 1 versus 1 game.
We're back. It's time to settle Dark versus Rogue. Right now, Rogue up 2-1. It was 2-0 until Dark had a pretty insane game where he did the rush to Rogue. Rogue fought it off, and Dark navigated, I think, an extremely tricky early to mid-game.
Yeah.
And then Rogue seemed to really turn up the aggression, and that's where Dark started to crush.
Well, it fit exactly where we've been talking about Dark being strong, which is when the game is off a little bit, when it's an abnormal setting. And we definitely got into something that's very hard to practice, and I mean, it'll come up, but it's not these standard, like, here's the third hatch, and here's the lings and the banelings. It's not one of those scenarios, so I think he needs to continue down that trend. I think if he goes into a standard 3 hatch, he's going to get in trouble. He needs to make it different. He needs to make it volatile.
At the same time, Artosis, I don't know that you can have anything that's too cheesy with either of these guys. I think the cheeser loses. You know, if it's anything that's just too, like, pull drones, send lings right away, spine rushes.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that, but he did more of a mid-range that time, right?
Sure.
He expanded. It wasn't that quick a pool.
Sure.
It wasn't that crazy.
We are going to Glittering Ashes for map 4. If Rogue wins, he's going up versus Creator. If Dark takes it, we're going to the 5th game
GSL
of the series.
Season 1. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Dark. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue.
So it's going to be hatch first for both sides, probably extractor, and then pool.
See, Creator.
His picture might be on that wall soon. If you guys have been to the studio, we see people pulling out here. I think these are people that wanted to get a picture. Yeah, people getting pictures.
I
with
think
Creator.
yeah, maybe they were saying like Creator's about to leave, so
yeah.
If you want a picture with him, whatever, go do it now. All right, just mirrored builds. Nothing crazy. I'm not really watching the game. I'm watching Creator take pictures with people. Like, whoa, it's a future champ!
I mean, he's been killing it, man. I think a lot of people that have been following and studying GSL for a long time can really empathize with that, right? I mean, you know, people grinding for a long time or following the game and trying to figure it out on their own, and then you see someone like Creator who's always been overshadowed by these other players.
Yeah.
Well, to see him succeed, I think we're all a little bit like Creator, you know? Or want to, you know, would hope to achieve what he's done.
Well, imagine everyone at home, just take one moment here before this ZVZ picks up and think about what you were doing 11 years ago that you're not doing anymore. Creator's still doing it.
Yeah. How many things have you walked away from? It was too difficult, or people said it wasn't for you.
Or you just grew bored of it, maybe even. But imagine 11 years later, finally you're like, okay, now, damn, legit. And that's where Creator's at. And that's a long, 11 years, Tasteless. How long are humans supposed to live? Like, that is a substantial amount of his lifetime.
Yeah. You spent maybe
But no Creator, he'll live 1,000 years, Tasteless, after playing like this today.
You've spent like an 8th to a 7th of your life. Maybe a 9th if you're going to live a long time.
Yeah.
Just focusing on that one thing and mastering it and doing it.
And he's not done yet.
He's not done yet, dude.
Well, suddenly I feel really bad. I've been playing StarCraft 24 years, man.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a quarter at
That's
the
a quarter,
minimum.
maybe a third.
Oh.
Who knows? Yeah, we've been doing this for a while.
I need a time machine so badly.
Okay, the legs are coming down. And we have that same 3-hatch situation. A lot of different forks in the road present themselves here. Which one are they going to choose?
Well, how does Dark manage this situation?
Well, right now they're pretty evenly matched with what they're getting. It's not clear anybody wants to commit. We could have, a cautious game on both sides.
Yeah.
Nobody really
could be
over-engages or tries to commit in one place. And you see that with the Ling count slowing down. Just a small amount of Banes being made, but mostly drones being pumped from behind here as well.
Yeah, it looks almost exactly mirrored right now.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a slow game here. The Roach Warren starts for both sides. Again, identical plays. You really get the idea with the mirrored builds when you look at the production tab up here and see that. A snipe on the Queen, an unexpected little edge that Dark takes here.
Yeah, very nice.
Dark looks for a little bit of a counter tactic here. I don't think he's going to get it, though.
It's a nice little move with the Bane. Has to turn around his own. Both sides with that Warren coming up.
Right.
Also in Carapace, of course, as well. I felt for years that we're eventually going to see pros get really quick at detonating Banelings, because very oftentimes the Lings will brush up against the Banelings.
Yeah, and they could have pulled the trigger, but they didn't.
Yeah, because there is just the detonate button, which will deal its damage.
Right.
And honestly, I've thought for years that we'd see that evolution, just like we thought for years we'd see Burrowed Banelings used more. And I mean, it went up. But I don't feel like we've seen Baneling detonations go up at all. And of course, if they just happen to pull away, like exactly as you're pressing it, the detonation may end up being worthless. But I feel like this is still something that could still evolve into it a bit more.
We've got a lot of Lings and Roaches coming here from Dark. Now, funnily enough, it's usually the Lings that telegraph that you're about to attack, because the Roaches come out and the Lings meet up with everything else a little bit later on.
Well, the Roaches are marching across the map right now. 13 against 14, very even. Dark down in drones just slightly. Has a few more Lings. There's no Banes out right now for Rogue. None being made either.
Dark's got 9 coming.
Yeah, it could be a little bit.
This Lynx round's pretty good, though.
Oh, yeah, it really is.
Bit of a punish onto Dark. Especially when he was off creep and Rogue was on it,
Okay, back's way, way, way up.
There's
a lot of Banes over here.
But again, when they're off creep, they're a much more manageable thing. So you can kind of snipe them. It's like really bad Marines trying to snipe Banes here.
Yeah, slow Banes.
Really beefy Marines trying to snipe really bad Banes.
Yeah. They don't shoot so fast, and they don't move so fast, and they don't have quite as much range. But also, if the Bane hits them, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Right, Rogue actually making a lot of Lings right now.
And I think he feels counterplay, and I think he's probably right. I think the bungled attack from Dark is going to create a big opening here. The question is going to be, can he punish with it?
Well, he's getting a lot of damage on these drones. Does pull away before the Lings get cleaned up.
Doesn't kill any, I don't think.
Well, he's keeping him busy while the rest of his army gets into position here. Right outside the natural at the moment. All right, come up some more Ravagers right now. I mean, Rogue is up 20 army supply. This is a rough situation here for Dark. Dark does actually have a fair amount of Roaches at this point. He just needs them all together to try to defend this.
I don't know, man. Taking the hatchery out's pretty big. There's an isolated hatchery at 9 o'clock. I don't think that could be defended either.
Yeah.
We see a lot of drones being pulled here. I think a lot of this is off of the back of the screwed up attack from Dark earlier on. More Lings are going to come in here from behind, try to intercept, try to soak up a little bit more damage. We still have 4 Ravagers right now for Rogue, none for Dark.
Cancels all those eggs with some Biles as well. Pretty insane plays here from Rogue. Very close to going to yet another finals. Oh my God. Yeah, Dark. Man, I don't see how you can possibly hold on from here. There's even a Spire on the way here for Rogue, so even if you were not to win, he's going to pose another problem here for Dark. And it looks like we are getting right to the end. That +1 attack probably not even going to end up finishing.
Yeah, and unfortunately, GG, unfortunately that tech there going to fall as well. Rogue goes on to the finals.
Oh my
and he'll be facing off against Creator. And I think one of the most exciting finals we could ever ask for.
Well, Rogue is even more a killer in a best-of-7, and he is looking to set the record for Zerg victories in GSL. In fact, a record that only Maru ties at 4 GSL championships if he is able to take this down. Dark, he's going to have to wait till another season for a chance for his third.
Yep.
GG between the teammates, the best Zergs in Korea. Putting up a nice fight here tonight, but Rogue certainly better in the Zerg vs. Zerg.
I can't believe how unbelievably better Rogue was versus Dark there, to be honest. I think Dark put up a good fight, but Rogue looking almost flawless. He's going to be in the finals again. It's really going to be a story of, you know, the old school establishment versus the new age player Creator here, who's reinvented himself and come out in his best iteration yet.
And another finals between former Jin Air Greenwing players.
Yes.
I can't get enough of those. Yeah, you can see all these ridiculous records that Rogue actually has. He's in the finals like every single year. He has the most finals. It's crazy, man. Is he going to win his fourth, though?
I think he's still likely to win. I think he's still the favorite, man.
Over Creator.
Yeah, but I want Creator. Okay?
Okay.
The second finalist to move on to this GSL season's finals is Rogue. He defeats Dark 3-1, and he moves on to the finals. Congratulations. Thank you. Sincere congratulations, Rogue. This is your 4th GSL finals advancement. Such an accomplishment, Rogue. How do you feel? Well, I'm really happy that the tournaments are continuing, and I feel like my hard work is paying off, so I'm really happy. That's right. So this was a Zerg battle, and then it was a 3-1 score for you. In the interview, you said that you probably could win 3-0. So I did make a lot of preparation beforehand, and the map order was really instrumental to my victory today. And then the map order was very favored towards me, and I knew that with great execution, I could probably win this game. So Rogue, preparing the game using your head, is this what you usually do? Yes, I do believe the builds are very important when it comes to ZVZ and also the mind game. The one who starts off with an advantage is always the one that wins the game. Rogue, since the 2019, you always move on to the finals every year. And you also said that you're going to win the Season 1. And here you are in the finals of the Season 1. So, Zerg, so Rogue, what makes you unique among the Zerg players? What do you think? Well, I feel like I accumulate a lot of data through later games. So I analyze my opponents a lot, and I try to build up strategies that are catered towards my opponents. And I think that is why I tend to win a lot of matches. So with you moving on to the finals now, this is your 4th GSL finals. So right now you hold the record for winning the most GSL as a Zerg. So are you looking forward to lifting up your 4th trophy now? Well, after this season, I believe the subsequent season I probably can win as well. So next season I'm going to try really hard as well, just like this season. And I'm going to aim for my 5th GSL trophy as well. And then you want to leave? Why do you say that? Are you going to retire? No, not retirement. But Rogue, you're saying that you want to secure your 5th GSL trophy. Okay. So Rogue, you are the one who represents GSL as a Zerg player. And you're now facing off against the dark horse of this GSL season, Creator. So here, Creator is the challenger here.
존재감, 무게감은 어떨까요?
So what kind of person is Creator to you? So Creator today definitely was not the Creator I used to know, and it feels like he's not nervous at all on stage anymore. And the only Zerg right now was Dark and me. So I'm going to show Creator that finals is different to anything that he's faced off until now. Alright, so Rogue, before you go, anything you want to say? So I'm really happy to have moved on to the finals for this season. So I have a week left. So I'm going to think of creative builds and innovative builds. I'm really sorry to Creator, but I think this is going to be an overwhelming score favor towards me. Alright, bold statement, Rogue. Alright, that's it for the interview. Congratulations, Rogue. Thank you.
All right, well, there you have it. I'm not surprised that Rogue thinks he's going to take this.
Yeah.
But I don't want him to.
Well, he's never lost a GSL Finals, so it's going to be a tough one for Creator to go up against in his first try. But guys, you definitely want to be there. Creator, the hottest thing out there right now, going up against the absolute killer that is Rogue, that has been Rogue for the longest time.
Look at that phone with Rogue. I dare you to call him on that thing.
Dude, he doesn't.
I dare you.
Literally, I bet you anything, if you told Rogue he had to make a phone call on that and then he wins the GSL, he would not be able to do it. The phone would win GSL.
So excited to have Creator here. Sangam Coliseum, guys, that's not where we are right now, okay? This happens almost every season where people come, some people fly in for the finals and they end up at the wrong studio, okay? Here's the information. I guess it doesn't say where the studio is. You can Google that.
It's a venue there, yeah. If you type that in, you'll be able to find it.
Yes. But yeah, just make sure you're not coming to the Freak Up studio where you normally see the show.
Also, just to mention for people that are going to be watching it online, it starts an hour and a half earlier than normal GSL time.
Yes, thank you. So it is, yeah, you're going to have to wake up earlier or stay up later, or maybe not have to do much depending on where you're at. But we do have an earlier starting time, and you do not want to miss the start of a GSL. The opening ceremonies are always amazing. It's really hyped to see the interviews live and to kind of see the whole spectacle of an esports final.
And this will be a good one.
Sport of all.
Without any doubt. I think it's going to be a fantastic finals. Can't wait. Creator super motivated. Rogue super experienced. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a real story one way or the other. You know, either the dominant player of GSL takes it again or history has changed. Either one, honestly, is exciting. But really, to see Creator get this far and do what he's done, that's incredible in of itself.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to him and Rogue once again, because he is setting more and more records.
He is. It's crazy how good he is. And, of course, Korea is now opening up. We'll probably have more international talent competing down here in the studio in the months to come as well.
No doubt about that.
But this is a fun final set to have here with these two players. And the venue is really awesome as well. This is a new venue for Africa TV to be using here. So you guys might not be familiar with it at all. But the whole setup's pretty nice. The stage is very cool. They've got a whole set of seats, some I think going pretty high up. What do you call that? The peanut gallery, is that the term?
No, the peanut gallery is like dummies that talk about you. That would be like
is that right?
the
I'm way off.
upper decks.
Some of those people might be the peanut gallery, but yeah.
Oh, for sure, some of them will be, but it's not the name of the seats.
But it's got more of a traditional theater layout, like you might see. You know, more performances on that are not gaming related.
Multiple floors basically that look down, and it's fantastic. You're going to love it if you come down. So definitely do buy those tickets. We've already shown you the information on that, so good luck.
Good luck to you. And thank God we're finally having audiences again. I love our finals, GSL finals especially.
Well, it's going to feel very special this time, I think.
And we all get to be there together to have the moment instead of it being in our studio where right when the champion's done, we turn the lights off and it's like, goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, very true.
A little bit of a cooler atmosphere for sure. I don't know. Do you think Creator can do it?
Yes, I actually really do. And I didn't think I would actually think that. But watching him against, like, just watching him overall, and then watching him against Trap, and then also lists that he stole like every practice partner. Everyone that knows how to play Zerg will be playing against Creator. For
Everybody
the next
will be helping him. That is true.
Yeah. He's going to be playing
true.
with Dark, with Solar, with Ragnarok, with DRG.
Probably a lot of
all
players
these
outside
guys.
of Korea. I think
Yeah.
everybody can kind of root for him. That's all the time we have, guys. We will see you in a week from now. Earlier starting time, 5 p.m. KST. See you there. Bye-bye.